About the Spanish?
Which one?
No, you.
Hey, Chase.
As I said, I don't touch
Did you
other
have any PC challenges?
No.
I don't either.
The resets go first. Oh, no, the move-ups always go first, because, you know, those are the guys who feel that may be crazy.
Thank you.
Then the Spanish, and then the Creole.
Thank you.
Dexter, you know how to turn that off?
I'm sorry.
You know how to turn that on?
I don't.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's on. I have no,
Okay.
33 motions yesterday, but I got like 40 today.
What?
33 motions.
Yeah, man.
It's in Spanish and this one Creole.
Oh,
The Creole, no.
Good morning.
Good morning, Your Honor. This is Alejandro.
Good morning, good
Certified Spanish
morning.
Code Interpreter.
All right. Have you been sworn previously?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Give us your name and then spell your first and last name slowly, please.
Sure thing, Your Honor. The name is Alan Figueroa. A-L-L-E-N. Figueroa. F-I-G-U-E-R-O-A.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Figueroa.
Not a problem,
We're
yeah.
starting with the Spanish defendants. See if you can establish contact with the defendant. He has his earphones on.
The defendant can hear me, Your Honor.
He said he could hear him.
All right. Sir, what is your name, please?
Mario.
Mario.
What is your full name?
Mario Hidalgo Vargas.
Mario Hidalgo Vargas.
Tell him to spell his first and last name, please.
Deletréeme su primer nombre y su apellido, por favor.
Mario
M-A-R-I-O Hidalgo.
How old are you, sir?
41.
41.
Thank you. I have found probable cause in your case. This is a case involving battery, and probable cause has been established. Are there witnesses or a witness the state wishes to call?
no, Your Honor.
All right. What say the state, having found probable cause by the court?
The state recommends a $500 bond, no contact with the victim, maintain separate residences, no weapons, no firearms, no drugs, no alcohol, no objection to a one-time return with law enforcement to collect any belongings he may have.
All right. Did you hear what she said?
Sí.
Yes.
He has filled out an affidavit of insolvency, and he qualifies for the public defender. So I'll appoint the public defender. Sir, as to the request by the state,
They just don't have it yet. It was down, so their system was down, so they don't know.
I'm sorry.
state, as to the request, the defense as to request by the state, I've appointed the public defender.
No objection, Your Honor.
All right, bond is set as announced. Special conditions are no contact with the victim, separate living quarters,
Exactly.
no weapons. If you have a weapon, you have to surrender a gun to the law enforcement agency. One-time return to pick up your personal belongings and any tools or automobiles that you own. Do you have any questions?
No.
No.
All right. Anything else?
No.
Make sure you keep in touch with the public defender. They've given you a sheet that tells you how to reach them. Make sure they know how to reach you at all times. Do you understand that, sir?
Sí.
Yes.
Thank you. He's remanded.
Your Honor, me dice porque the case number?
I apologize. Thank you for reminding me. Case
Not a
number
problem.
2021 MM262,
Thank you.
battery domestic,
What was the bond amount?
$500.
$500. I will sign them before I leave if I run late. Just hold them, I'll get them. I never leave the court without having signed them. I don't want you trying to hunt me down. Sir, what is your name?
Carlos Osorio.
Spell your first and last
Carlos.
name.
Carlos Osorio.
Thank you. Spell your first and last name.
Carlosorio.
Carlosorio.
How old are you?
37.
37.
All right. I've reviewed the file. The case number is 2021 MM260. The charge is domestic violence. There is probable cause. What say the state of Florida?
Your Honor, we would ask for a $500 bond, excuse me, no contact with the victim, no weapons, no firearms, no drugs, no alcohol, maintain separate residence, no objection to a one-time return with law enforcement.
He has applied for the public defender. He is indigent. I will appoint them. Having heard the presentation from the state, what say the defense?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right. He will be released on bond, $500 if he can post it. Special conditions are no contact with the victim, no weapons. Any guns have to be surrendered to the law enforcement agency. One-time return with law enforcement to collect personal belongings, tools, and any automobiles he owns. No contact means personal, using electronic or email or a third party, and no writing or leaving messages. Do you understand those things, sir?
Entendido.
Understood.
Thank you, sir. Once you sign the documents, he's remanded. Make sure you keep in touch with the public defender.
Okay.
What is your name, sir?
Jose.
José Rodimiro Mesa Vázquez.
Spell your first and last name.
José Rodimiro Mesa Vázquez. José. O. J. O. S. E. R. O. O. D. I. M. I. R. O.
Joseph.
He has filled out an affidavit of insolvency. I will appoint the public defender to represent him. All right. He has a number of cases. First case, 2021 MM266. Case number 2021 CT300. Case number 2021 CT301. Case number 2021 CT302. Case number 2021 CT303. In case 2021CF 448, he's charged with burglary of a dwelling, resisting an officer without violence, and criminal mischief. Count 1, the bond is $5,000, and counts 2 and 3, the bond is $100. In cases...
Your Honor, we would
Yes.
ask for a no contact and no return in that case for the dwelling.
All right, we'll do them one at a time if you'd like. What say the state, the defense?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right. As to a bond recommendation on that case?
The stay as is, Your Honor.
Stay. All right, thank you. Case 21MM266, resisting an officer without violence, public order crimes, a simulation of color of a bus to resemble a school bus. Bond is set at $1,000 in each case. They are misdemeanors. What say the state?
Treat them as subsidiaries of 100 and 100.
Defense?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right. If there are no objections, the state's recommendation is imposed.
Sometimes they just add on charges. Like some of those charges. you gotta-
Case number 2021MM266. Let's see. Okay, we did that one. Case number, 2021CT300, traffic case. He has a number of citations. That one is no valid driver's license. What say the state?
Treat as a subsidiary with a $100 bond, Your Honor.
Case number 2021CT301, traffic violation. Crash, leaving the scene without giving information, more than $50 damage. He fled the scene on foot. State?
Treat as a subsidiary with a $100 bond.
And let's see. I think that's all of them. What say the defense as to the bonds on the traffic cases?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right. The bonds then remain the same as recommended by the defense. Again, I found probable cause in all of the cases. Did you understand the bond amount, sir?
Sen-
Your
Yes.
Honor, we needed the bond amounts on cases 302 and 303.
Okay. Those are traffic cases, and I think I must have missed them. Those are all traffic cases, the bonds, it appears as $100. What say the state?
No objection to 100 on the hit and run, but leave as 4,000 on the DUI.
I'm sorry, I missed that. Okay. What say the defense? As to the bond amounts?
No objection, Your Honor.
I think that's all of them. You've been given a sheet by the public defender. Make sure you keep in touch with them. If you're able to post the bonds, make sure you let them know where you are and how you can be reached.
And Your Honor, can you advise the defendant that he has an immigration hold?
I didn't see that, but sir, you have an immigration hold. It appears you are not a citizen of the United States. The federal government, probably ICE, has put a hold on you, and it may result in you being returned to your country of origin. Do you understand that? That is, they may send you back to where you were born.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. He's remanded.
Oh, okay.
Case number 2021MM268, Silica, Suarez, Cruz. Sir, what is your name?
Silica Suarez Cruz,
All right, sir. How old are you?
34.
You're charged with violation of a domestic injunction. I find that there is probable cause. It appears you were arrested in violation of the injunction by coming within 500 feet of the issuing complainant. What say the state?
Set the bond at $500 to abide by all injunctions. No contact with the victim, no weapons, no firearms.
And now, it appears that a prior injunction was issued, and he violated the conditions of that injunction. So your recommendation is $500 and the conditions previously imposed?
Yes, Your Honor.
What say the defense?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right. Bond then is set as recommended. Conditions of the injunction are to be followed. He is eligible for the public defender, and I've appointed them to represent him. Do you have any questions, sir?
No, no tengo ninguna, pero bueno.
No, I don't have any.
No sé cómo explicarle, que no sé cómo explicarle porque yo sí, yo sé que yo leí la ley de la orden de restricción, pero no sé cómo explicarle esa parte porque es que desde que se puso esa ley.
I mean, yeah, I violated the injunction, but I don't know how to explain to you why that happened because ever since that injunction came into place.
I would advise the client not speak about the facts of the case.
The lawyer has requested that you not talk about the facts of the case until they talk with you privately. Do you understand that?
Okay.
Okay.
He's remanded. Thank you. I'm sorry. The prior conditions of the injunction are to be enforced. That was the recommendation of the state. They didn't ask. I've got a move up of Marion Blair. Is he here?
Yes, sir.
Is that all that we need the Spanish interpreter for?
It is, Your Honor.
Interpreter, thank you for your assistance. You are discharged.
Not a problem, Your Honor. Thank you. Have a great day.
Sir, your name, please?
Marion Blair.
How old are you, Mr. Blair?
58, sir.
All right, sir. Mr. Blair, I have found probable cause in your case. He is eligible for the public defender, so I will appoint them immediately. Your case involves driving while license suspended or revoked as a habitual offender. You also have a case 2020CF12242 where you have placed a bond with Nate's bail bonds, and that bond amount was $2,500. You have a new case, 2021257, same violation, driving while your license was revoked or suspended, and it appears that you've had 27 convictions for driving while license suspended or revoked. There is certainly probable cause found in this case. What say the state of Florida?
To leave the bond as set and no action on the out-on-bond cases.
What say the defense?
No objection, Your Honor.
No action on the out-of-bond cases, and your bond remains the same. And the public defender has previously been appointed and will be appointed in this case. Do you have any questions, sir?
Oh.
Questions, no statements?
No, sir.
All right, thank you very much. You're remanded. Keep in touch with your lawyer if you're bonding out, and let them know how they can reach you. Do you have a case?
I do, Your Honor. John Marseille.
Is he here?
Your Honor, can we get
That's fine.
the
You-
Creole interpreter case first?
Okay, is the Creole online? All right. Interpreter, can you give us your name, please? Is he online?
Good morning, this is the interpreter, Vanessa McCalla Velasquez for Creole.
All right, would you spell your name and spell it slowly?
Sure, that's Vanessa. Oh, sorry.
I'm talking to the interpreter.
So Your Honor would like for the interpreter to spell her name?
Yes, indeed, yes.
Okay, Vanessa, Vanessa. Last name McCalla Velasquez, McCalla hyphen VELAZQUEZ.
All right. Now, she is supposed to be interpreting for Mr. Just.
Yes.
He doesn't have his headset on, or?
We'll do it over the speaker.
Okay, good enough. Thank you. What is your name, sir?
Monsieur, comment vous allez?
Heston Just.
Heston Just.
Spell your first and last name for me, please.
Appelez nom, s'il vous plaît, avec signature.
ELNSON. Just. JUSTE.
ERNSEN, Just, JUSTE.
All right. I have found probable cause. He is here on case 2021 MM248. It's a domestic battery. He applied for the public defender. I will appoint the public defender to represent him. What say?
Moi, je veux que,
Go ahead, ma'am.
moi, je veux que gen motif fondé pour accusation et ou la pour 22 MM 248 pour une accusation de violence domestique. Et m'a pas prêté défenseur public là pour les capables de représenter ou.
All right. What say the
Yes.
state?
They recommend a $500 bond, no contact with the victim, separate residences, no weapons, no firearms, no drugs, no alcohol.
Et l'État a recommandé $500 et $500 pour capable payer pour libérer avant jugement. Et n'a demandé pour rester un côté différent de victime là. Et n'a demandé tout pour pas posséder anciennes armes ou bien anciennes armes à feu.
And state has no objection to a one-time return with law enforcement to collect any of his personal belongings.
Et n'a permettre de retourner une seule fois avec la police pour capable de ramasser ses affaires.
Ok. Oui.
Do you understand those things?
Yes. Est-ce que vous comprenez bagage ça yo?
Oui.
What
Yes.
say the defense?
No objection, Your Honor.
Nous pas gagne objection contre nous.
The conditions recommended are imposed.
Condition que nous recommandons, nous avons posé
You can go back one time to collect your belongings,
pour capable retourner une fois pour aller prendre affaires.
but you have to make arrangement with law enforcement to escort you to the home to collect your belongings.
Mais c'est pour capable contacter la police pour dire pour accompagner ou pour aller ramasser affaires.
Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Est-ce que vous
Make,
comprenez?
make sure you keep in touch with the lawyer appointed to represent you.
Assurez-vous que vous avez contact avec l'avocat qui a représenté vous.
Any questions?
Aucune question?
No.
He's remanded.
No.
Thank you, interpreter. That completes your duties with us for today.
Thank you, Your Honor.
What's your name, sir?
John Marcel.
No, Evan Self on behalf of Mr. Marseille.
Hold on a second. He's on that list. I saw him this morning. He's in that second group.
This is felony domestic.
Hold on, I got it for you. All right, lawyer, give us your name and then spell your first and last name.
John Marcel, John, John, Marcel, Marseille.
All right, sir, how old are you?
I'm 23, sir.
All right, lawyer, would you give us your name and then spell your first and last name?
Certainly, Your Honor. Eben Self, E-B-E-N, last name Self, S-E-L-F.
I have found probable cause. This is a case involving aggravated battery and battery domestic. There was a warrant issued for failing to appear, and the bond is set at no bond.
That was on the municipal ordinance case, Your Honor, in case 2020 MO 1315.
Yes, sir?
I've reached out to the city prosecutor, Alexander Carden, and he's made an offer to resolve the case that my client would like to accept. He'd like to withdraw any previously entered pleas of not guilty and enter a plea of no contest to the violation of the municipal ordinance with the agreed upon disposition with the city of Orlando that he receive a withhold of adjudication, credit for time served, court costs of $223, and the filing fee of $10. The state attorney has been made aware of that, and by their contract agrees to that disposition. I have gone over with my client the plea offer and his understanding that he would be giving up any rights to go to trial, cross-examine witnesses, make the state prove their case or the city prove their case beyond a reasonable doubt. He understands all of those things and is giving up all of those rights freely and voluntarily.
Now, the municipal case, I believe, is 2020MO1315.
That's correct.
And is the only reason you're here because of the municipal case?
It is not, Your Honor. He also has a new felony charge. I believe it's an aggravated battery.
That case is 2021CF155.
That's correct, Your Honor. And the victim is present in the box.
Yes, sir.
And we'd like to, the state has made some overtures with regard to bond, but we would just like to address the issue of contact.
Well, first off, let's do the plea first, and then we'll take the felony case. Since I think he said you'd been made aware of the disposition and you're satisfied with it. Is that right, lawyer?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. You have no objection?
No objection, Your Honor.
Okay. Raise your right hand, sir. Face this court clerk to my
Do
right.
you swear or affirm the testimony? Do you swear or affirm the testimony about to give should be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
Please state your name for the record.
John Marcel.
All right. Your lawyer has indicated he has reached an agreement with the city prosecutor on case number 2020MO1315. Did you hear him explain what the negotiations were with the city attorney?
Yes, sir.
And did you hear him explain what that means to you? That is what you're obligated to do?
Yes, sir.
And is that acceptable to you?
Yes, sir.
Now, there are court costs. Did you talk to him about that?
Yes, Your Honor.
And what are the court costs? Because I was not prepared for this.
She said it was
$223,
Court costs, total, everything?
plus a filing fee of $10. So I don't know how they differentiate that or add that together.
Okay. So what's the number again for me?
223 plus 10, so 233.
All right. What say the state?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Any objection?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right. And the plea is what, sir?
The plea is a withhold of adjudication.
No contest or guilty?
No contest, Your Honor.
All right, sir. As to adjudication?
Withhold of adjudication. Credit for time served.
How much is that? 3 days credit time served?
And then those court costs plus the filing fee, the 233.
Anything else?
That's it.
Court costs to be paid within?
60 days, Your Honor.
Your lawyers indicated you're able to pay the court costs within 60 days of today's date. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. Your lawyers indicated that you understand that when you enter a plea, you give up the right to a trial, jurors, investigation, discovery, et cetera, et cetera. Is that what you want to do?
Yes, sir.
All right. You have factual basis, lawyer, or the file contains sufficient factual basis?
The file contains sufficient factual basis.
And we'll stipulate to those facts, Your Honor.
All right. Sir, at this time, I'll accept the plea. I find that you are represented by private counsel who's had negotiations. This time, I'll accept the plea of no contest, adjudications withheld. You're sentenced to 3 days with credit for 3 days. The only other special condition is that you pay the fine and costs within 60 days of today's date. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
And you have the right to appeal the disposition of this court. That simply means another group of judges to review it to see if I've done my job properly. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
If you couldn't afford a lawyer, I would appoint one. All right, now, do you have witnesses you wish to call on the case 2021CF155, which is a aggravated battery domestic violence? State.
Yes, Your Honor. May I have her sworn in?
Raise your right hand, face this clerk, and she will swear you in.
Do you swear affirm that the testimony you're about to give should be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
Please state your name for the record.
And, young lady, you can put your hand down, but I want you to get close to that mic and speak up as loudly as you can, please.
Kelvina Toby,
Spell your first and last name.
Kelvinatobie.
All right, Lloyd.
Miss Toby, how do you know Mr. Marseille?
That's my son, Dad.
Are you afraid of him?
No, ma'am.
Do the two of you live together?
Yes, ma'am.
Would you like to continue to live together while this case is pending?
Yes, ma'am.
Were drugs or alcohol related to this incident?
No, ma'am.
If something happened in the future, would you feel comfortable in calling the police or 911?
No, ma'am. You said, am I
Call if
comfortable?
something- I'm sorry?
You said, am I comfortable calling?
Yeah, if
them?
something happened in the future, would you feel comfortable in calling?
Oh, yes, ma'am.
All right, no further questions, Your Honor.
Okay.
Lawyer.
Nothing from the defense, Your Honor.
All right. Any recommendations from the state?
I believe we had talked previously, defense and I, to a $2,500 bond on count 1, $100 on count 2. Because the victim is present, no hostile contact, no weapons, no firearms, no drugs, no alcohol.
Hostile contact means they can share the same space but do peaceably?
Yes,
Is that
Your
what you mean?
Yes, Your Honor.
Any other special conditions?
Besides the no weapons and firearms, no drugs and alcohol. That's it, Your Honor.
All right, sir.
Your Honor, no objection from the defense. I've gone over with my client, but no hostile contact means no angry words, no loud voices, no all of those things, and no touching, no physical contact, etc.
Sir, are those things acceptable to you?
Yes, sir.
This time I'll accept the recommendation. Bond is set at $2,500 on count 1, $100 on count 2. Special conditions are they may share the same space with no hostile contact. All weapons, guns, knives that are your personal belongings must be surrendered to law enforcement. No alcohol, that means no beer, no wine, no whiskey. No drugs unless prescribed by a doctor or medical health care provider. Anything I omitted, lawyer for the state?
No, Your Honor.
Anything, sir?
No, sir.
All right, as soon as he posts bond, he is free to be released. Keep in touch with your lawyer. He'll give you your court dates once it's set and the division it is set in. Thank you, lawyer.
Thank you.
Swear the witnesses in slowly, please.
Zachariah Blair, his behavior, Your Honor.
Again?
Yes, Your Honor.
They requested it not be rolled again, Your Honor.
What is the suggestion then?
That that the court appoint the public defender's office and that they waive his appearance if they're so inclined.
I don't have an affidavit of insolvency. Was there one previously? Okay, he was previously appointed, then the recommendation is accepted. Your name, sir?
O'Neill Gomez.
All right, I have found probable cause in your case. You have a number of charges pending.
Yes.
Case number 20CF450, burglary of an occupied dwelling, battery, domestic violence, tampering with the witness to hinder communication to law enforcement, sanitary nuisance, resisting an officer without violence. Case number 2020CF9488, possession of a controlled substance as an underlying cause and a violation of pretrial release, which is why you're here on this case. All right. What say the state?
As to the burglary of a dwelling, $2,500 bond, On the battery, 100, tampering with witness, 150, sanitary nuisance, 100, resisting an officer without violence, 100, no contact with any victims or witnesses, no return to the scene, no weapons, no firearms, no drugs, no alcohol. And then as to the violation of conditions of pretrial release, to stay as is.
All right. He has requested a lawyer. I have appointed the public defender. You've heard the recommendation of the state. What say the lawyer for the defense?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right. The recommendations of the state then are imposed. You can stand up, young man. Thank you. As to the misdemeanor case, no action is taken. The conditions are imposed as to the felony case. And any conditions if he's released on bond?
On the failure to appear case, Your Honor?
Yes, ma'am.
No, Your Honor.
All right. Anything else from the defense?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Did you understand the special conditions and the amount of your bond?
Yes, sir.
Do you have any questions about the amount of your bond or the conditions?
No.
All right. The public defender has given you a sheet. Keep in touch with them and let them know where you are and how you can be reached. He's remanded.
All right.
Your name, please?
My name is Antonio Hayden, sir.
All right. Mr. Higgins, how old are you?
22 years of age, sir.
All right. He has requested the public defender. The public defender is appointed. He is here in case 2021 CF 428, aggravated battery with a firearm and battery by strangulation. Both are domestic violence cases. I have found probable cause. What say the state of Florida?
As to count 1, Your Honor, a $2,500 bond. As to count 2, a $150 bond. No contact with the victim. No return to the scene. No weapons, no firearms, no drugs, no alcohol.
No return to the scene means he can't collect his personal belongings?
I'm sorry, but no objection to one-time return with law enforcement.
What say the defense?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right. Did you hear what the lawyer requested? Did you hear what the lawyer said about how much your bond would be?
Yes, sir.
And did you?
No, go ahead.
And did you hear the lawyer say you could go back one time with law enforcement to get your personal belongings, gear, any tools you have, or automobiles?
Of course.
All right. And did you hear her say that you must surrender any guns to the police?
I never had any, sir.
Okay.
Never.
And you cannot use any drugs, alcohol, drugs, or narcotics unless the drugs are prescribed by a doctor. Do you understand that?
I understand that, sir.
And no alcohol, that means beer, wine, whiskey.
Of course.
Okay. Are those things acceptable to you?
Yes, sir. I appreciate it.
Keep in touch with the public defender based on the sheet they gave you, and he is remanded.
All right, thank you. Y'all have a
Thank
nice
you, Mr.
day.
Higgins. Your name, sir?
James Harris.
How old are you, Ms. Harris? All right, Mr. Harris requested the public defender. I'll appoint them to represent him. Case number 2021 CF 451. I have found probable cause. The case involves battery of a dwelling with domestic violence and battery domestic violence. What say the state?
We have a victim present. Your Honor, may I have her sworn in?
Witness, raise your right hand, face the clerk, right here. No, your other hand. And swear her in.
Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. I want you to speak as loudly as you can into the mic, and you can put your hand down.
Okay.
What's your name, ma'am?
Sharonda Hampton.
All right, talk louder.
Sharonda Hampton.
All right, you may inquire.
And Ms. Hampton, how do you know Mr. Harris?
He's my 3 kids' father.
Are you afraid of him?
No. Could I explain something?
Wait, can you just answer my questions first? Okay.
No.
Were drugs or alcohol related to this incident?
No.
Okay. Do you two still live together or want to live together?
We don't go together. He wasn't the one that should have been arrested. It was my boyfriend, not him.
Okay. All right, thank you. No further questions, Your Honor.
Did you read the arrest report?
Yes, Your Honor.
I didn't even make a statement. I didn't write a statement or nothing.
Yes, ma'am.
Who is Mr. Hampton?
She's
I'm
Miss
talking
Hampton.
to her.
Miss Hampton.
All right. Miss Hampton, I'm sorry.
Yes,
How old are you, ma'am?
42.
Okay. All right. I'm looking at the her condition at the time of the report.
Yes, Your Honor.
Your Honor,
Okay.
can I inquire?
Questions, please?
Yes. Ms. Hampton,
Yes,
in the arrest affidavit, it's alleged that someone pushes past you into the room. Who was that?
it was my boyfriend, and his name is Keith Anthony Hughes.
All right, he's not the father of any of your children.
Huh?
He's not the father of any of your children?
No.
Okay. No further questions, Your Honor.
Rebuttal?
No, Your Honor. No questions.
I was reading through this and I found it interesting, but I'm trying to figure the involvement of Mr. Harris.
Could I say?
Just a moment, let me let the lawyer talk and then I'll ask you if you have
Okay.
anything you want to add.
I mean, according to the police report in the first paragraph, second to last line, it says Harris forced himself into the room. Due to him forcing himself in the room, he broke Hampton's necklace off her neck and broke the phone. This is just what the police report says.
I know.
And then if you read a few lines down, though, it does say that Miss Hampton was very intoxicated at the time.
Yep.
So I definitely read both of them, Your Honor. We were not asking for the defendant to be held at no bond. I spoke to defense previously. We'll leave the bond amount in the court's discretion.
All right, ma'am, do you want to ask her any questions?
No, Your Honor.
All right, ma'am, you had something you want to share with me?
Yes. Okay.
All right, speak up so I can hear you.
Okay, listen. The reason he's involved is because when me and my boyfriend was arguing, my son called his dad to come get him. So I'm at a hotel. So the manager see me and my boyfriend arguing. He didn't know he was looking on a camera. And yes, I was drunk. He was looking on a camera. So he just rushed out. When he came out, it was me, my boyfriend, my friend girl, and then he came up. I didn't even know that my son had called him. But they called because me and my boyfriend was arguing. He did nothing. James Harris did nothing. He just got his kids and left. Me and Keith was arguing.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Anything else from the state or the defense?
No, Your Honor.
No, Your Honor.
As to bond lawyer, Mr. Thompson?
Me and the state are stipulated to $10,000, right? But if she's gonna leave it to the discretion of the court, I would ask for an ROR in this case until we get things situated. But I would like to let my client know that since he is on probation, that this is probably gonna violate him, and he's gonna be rearrested and brought back here. So we're gonna have to probably readdress this 10 days later in the whenever you go to court, but the violation of probation.
All right. I read this. It didn't make sense to me. Thank you for clarifying. Bond said it, I'm sorry. I will impose no financial bond, but he will be ROR'd with special conditions. I understand they do not live together, and at the time the children were recovered, they were not in the custody of the mother. So bond is set at, RR release. Special conditions are no contact between Mr. Harris and Ms. Hampton. Keep in touch with the lawyer and make sure he makes all court appearances. Any questions or any additions?
So, Your Honor, you're saying that my client cannot have contact with Ms. Hampton? Okay.
Not until the matter is resolved,
Okay.
no.
All right.
And I understand about his other pending matter, but it's not listed. I would take no action on it, so I'll leave it to y'all to resolve it.
Thank you, Your Honor. So,
How long have you been? I'm sorry? 8 years? What'd you do?
Is he done? I can leave? You sure?
Oh. Because I think.
Can I leave?
Did you ever work downtown? What's your name?
Tyrese Jackson.
How old are you?
I'm 18.
Your family know where you are?
Yes, sir.
All right. He is here on case number, excuse me, 2021 CF 440, aggravated assault, domestic violence, battery, domestic violence, and battery, domestic violence. Each case is set at no bond. There is probable cause in each of the counts. All right, what say the state of
State will
Florida?
request a $1,500 bond as to count 1, $100 as to count 2, $100 as to count 3. No contact with the victim, no return except for one time if needed with law enforcement. Maintain separate residences, no weapons, no firearms, no drugs, no alcohol.
He has requested a public defender. He meets the criteria. What say the lawyer for the defense?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right. I have a note that he is out on bond in a case 2020MM9032, a violation of domestic injunction and a violation of domestic injunction contact. I'll take no action on that. Does that underlying case arise out of this case, or, I'm sorry, does this
Your
case
Honor,
arise out of that one?
That was for Tyrese Jackson. He doesn't have an out on bond case.
I'm sorry?
For-
Oops, wrong one, I'm sorry. Thank you. All right, thank you. The bond is set as noted. Make sure you keep in touch with your lawyer.
All right.
Any other questions? Thank you.
I'm going to dismiss these cases. The Sims, 2004. I'm going to,
Sir, what is your name?
Matthew Mongiello,
How old are you?
38.
He's requested a public defender. He qualifies. I appoint the public defender to represent him. Case number 2021 CF 439. He's charged with contempt of court in violation of a no contact order. There is probable cause. What say the state?
State will request a $1,500 bond to abide by all injunctions. State would request that the out on bond 2020 MM9032 be revoked and he be held at no bond.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear the last part.
Be revoked and he be held at no bond on the out on bond case.
Is that 20?
That's the 2020 MM.
MMM 9032?
Yes, sir.
All right, what say the defense?
All right, Your Honor, we would ask that possibly the bond amount on the new law offense be increased and the court take no action on the out on bond charge.
Rebuttal?
We'll leave that in the court's discretion.
So you have no opinion?
I mean, the state's recommendation is to revoke the out on bond case and to leave as requested on the new law.
I read the report. He notes that he was aware of the no contact order that was in place. I'll take no action on the pending matter. Follow the state's recommendation. I'm sorry, I'll take no action on the case 2020MM9032. I'll follow the state's recommendation on the present case. Bond is set at $1,500 with the special conditions as noted by the state. Sir, do you have any questions?
No, sir.
All right. He is remanded. Keep in touch with your lawyer. Let them know where you are and how to reach you.
Yes, sir.
Did I have a cheat sheet on this one? Cover sheet. Never mind. Your name, please?
Dana Michelle Chase.
How old are you, Ms. Chase?
I'm 39.
She's requested the public defender. She qualifies. I'll appoint them. Case number 2021 MM15A. She's charged with, excuse me, battery, touching, or striking. There is probable cause. Would say the state.
State requests a $500 bond, no contact with the victim, maintain separate residences, no weapons, no firearms, no drugs, no alcohol, no objection to a one-time return with law enforcement.
Now,
Can I?
well, in reading this, is Michael your son?
Yes, I take care of him. We were playing
Well,
together.
wait. That's all I needed to know.
We were playing together.
Don't say anything.
Okay.
That's all I needed to know. All right. It appears that Michael has special needs. This is his mother, and you want him to live separately?
The only concern I have is obviously Michael's not here or anyone else besides the defendant on Michael's behalf.
I'm just looking at the
Because I
police.
take-
Ma'am, you must keep your mouth closed.
Sorry.
That's okay.
I just.
Shush.
And there's, sorry.
All right, just a moment. Go ahead,
And
please,
there's
Lloyd.
allegations of obviously alcohol being involved in the situation, so that's states.
Well, the only reason I ask about the no contact and separate living, Michael, it appears, based on the police report, and that's all I have, is a child with special needs, and his mother's his caretaker. So, are you asking that he be placed in the custody of DCF?
Well, I don't know, well, I guess. May I have a moment, Your Honor?
Like he's at home with his brother. He's 16, Mike, he's 21. He was drinking at the
Ma'am,
bar.
Ms. Chase, you're not helping yourself by talking. Know it. You keep talking and you're going to talk yourself into a problem.
Oh, it's probably my brother BJ, he was 36. I was watching him while I'm here.
Did we say no unsupervised contact? No unsupervised contact. Your Honor, I was asking defense where Michael, who is with him now, and so I believe he may be with another family member, or at
Yes.
least it's at the house. So we request no unsupervised contact with Michael. So whatever that family member is, whether it's the little brother named in the police report or the other family member that he's currently with, that she have no unsupervised contact with Michael. We will delete the maintain separate residences.
Lawyer for the defense?
Your Honor, we have no objection to that.
As to bond?
I believe I requested $500, Your Honor.
Okay, so you're remaining with the bond?
Yes, Your Honor.
Lawyer for the defense?
I would ask to have her re-screened for pretrial release. It seemed that she didn't qualify because she didn't have any emergency contact or no one to verify her community ties. But if I could get a piece of paper for her to write down her brother's phone number, we may be able to get her screened for
That's
pretrial.
downstairs with all my paperwork.
All right. I saw that there was,
A D.
Was she
Slavin.
was she screened for PTR or not able to be screened?
Yes, Your Honor, she's already been screened and interviewed.
And I see your risk assessments are low. I saw the other reports at the bottom of the facing sheet. Is that the reason why she's not eligible?
Well, she, just due to the cause that she provided no information as to a emergency contact or any way for us to verify her information.
All right.
But if you would like to place her on pretrial release, Your Honor, she could be placed on PTR.
I will. All right. Provide the additional supplemental information that the pretrial release program needs today. So she's placed on pretrial release. Special conditions are these. Keep in touch with the department that supervises pretrial release. You cannot drink as long as this case is pending. You cannot
Yes,
use.
sir.
You cannot use drugs unless they are prescribed by your doctor or healthcare provider.
Yes, sir.
And you cannot have any hostile contact with your son, which means you cannot chastise him by hand punch, beat, slap, or hit him in the chest. Do you understand? Even if
All
it's,
right.
even if
Long
it's
as
playful,
I'm very nice to him.
that's fine. But did you understand what I said?
Yes, sir.
Are you sure?
Yes.
All right. Anything else, lawyer, for the state?
No, Your Honor.
From the defense?
No, Your Honor.
All right, thank you.
I appreciate it. It was,
What is your name, ma'am?
Antoinette Giles,
All right. How old are you, Miss Giles?
33.
She's requested a public defender. She qualifies. I'll appoint one. She's here on case number 2021-11526. I'm sorry, that's wrong. Case number 2021-MM254. Charges domestic violence. I found probable cause. What say the state of Florida?
Your Honor, we have a victim present, and the box may have him sworn in.
Raise your right hand, face this young lady, talk loudly, and she'll swear you in.
do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give should be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
All right, speak loudly so we can all hear you, because you're in a closed room, so you have to speak real loud.
Yes,
ma'am.
sir.
Lawyer?
Yes, can you please state your name?
Rouse Pittman Richardson.
And Mr. Richardson, can you spell your last name?
Richardson.
And Mr. Richardson, how do you know Miss Giles?
I have 2 kids from her.
Do the two of you live together?
No, ma'am.
Are you afraid of her?
No, ma'am.
Would you like for her to be allowed to have no hostile or violent contact with you while this case is pending?
Yes, ma'am.
If something happened in the future, would you feel comfortable in calling the police or 911?
Yes.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Defense? Questions?
No questions, Your Honor.
I'm sorry, can I ask one follow-up question, Your Honor?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Mr. Richardson, the defendant, Ms. Giles, qualifies without having to be released without having to post a bond. Are you okay with that?
Yes, ma'am.
No further questions.
Follow up?
No questions, Your Honor.
All right, recommendation from the state then?
State will request pretrial release, no hostile contact, to maintain a separate residence. He said they don't live together. No weapons, no firearms, no drugs or alcohol.
Defense?
No objection, Your Honor.
Recommendation is imposed, pretrial release, special conditions to be followed. I'll emphasize, no weapons, particularly pepper spray. Any guns must be surrendered to law enforcement. You cannot drink and you cannot use any drugs unless prescribed by a doctor or healthcare provider. There's no hostile contact, which means you cannot, I understand you have 2 children together, but you cannot get involved in any altercations, either during visitation or exchange during visitation. Do you have any questions about that, Ms. Giles?
Yes, Your Honor. How will I defend myself? We don't have visitation. I was just served last week for some type of shared custody. I do not go into his spaces. He comes into mine, my home, my place of business. He pops up wherever to my space. I do not look for him. I was protecting myself and my children because I have been abused by this man, sir. Okay. Okay. I haven't. But how can I stop him from coming to me? Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Anything else?
No, Your Honor.
No,
All
Your Honor.
right. Conditions are imposed. She's released. Keep in touch with your lawyer. He'll assist you in case you need to file any supplemental documents. She is remanded.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
A lawyer?
So I'm still able to see my kids, right?
I think that's a question for the court, Your Honor.
I'm still able to see my kids.
I can't get involved in that because I don't know if there are any court orders for shared custody. It appears you filed a motion.
Yes.
Another judge will rule on that and set up conditions for visitation. Thank you. You are free to go.
All right.
Your name, please?
Carolyn Gordon,
Ms. Gordon, how old are you?
42.
She's requested a lawyer. I'll appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent her. I reviewed the file. There is probable cause. Do you have witnesses, lawyer for the state?
No, Your Honor.
All right, any recommendations then?
Yes, Your Honor. We would add, no objection to pretrial release, no contact with the victim, no weapons, no firearms, no drugs, no alcohol.
What say the defense?
No objection, Your Honor.
Conditions requested are imposed, pretrial release. You must surrender any guns to the police department. You
Don't own
cannot
any.
drink any alcohol, and
No,
that
sir.
includes beer
Yes,
or
sir.
wine or whiskey.
Yes, sir.
And no drugs unless prescribed by a doctor. Do you
Yes, sir.
understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right. You have a notice from the public defender how to keep in touch with them. Make sure you follow it. Anything else, ma'am?
No, sir.
All right. She's remanded. Your name, please?
Mr. Mathis,
I'm sorry, what's your name?
Kevin Mathis,
All right. How old are you?
33.
How old are you?
33.
Spell your first and last name.
Kevin. Middle initial L for Lee, Lee. Last name Mathis, Mathis. Junior.
Case number 2021MM259, battery, domestic violence. There is probable cause. Do you have witnesses, state?
No, Your Honor.
What is your recommendation?
I don't, my affidavit, I'm sorry, my criminal history is blank. I don't know if he qualifies or doesn't for pretrial release.
He qualifies.
No objection to putting him on pretrial release, Your Honor. No contact with the victim, maintain a separate residence, no weapons, no firearms, no drugs, no alcohol. No objection to one-time return if needed.
What say the defense?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right. Did you hear what she recommended,
Yes,
Mr.
sir.
Mathis?
Yes, sir.
Are those acceptable to you?
Yes, the place that I live at currently right now, my name's on a lease, but she can, she has family, like her mom and stuff, that she can bring the kid to.
Well,
And also I can go to a group home as
stop
well.
for just a moment. Do you understand you have to vacate the premises?
Yes.
All right. Do you understand you can go back one time to get your personal belongings, any tools or automobiles you have there?
Yes, sir.
But you can't go back again unless you are escorted by the police to collect your personal belongings. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right. Now, you cannot use any alcohol, that includes beer, wine, whiskey, and only drugs you can use are those prescribed by a doctor or healthcare provider. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Have any questions about those things only?
No, sir.
Okay.
I don't do
Anything
any
else
of
from the
those
state,
No, Your Honor.
from the defense?
No, Your Honor.
All right, he's released to PTR. He's remanded. Your name, please?
Edwin Raimondi.
Say again?
Edwin Raimondi.
Spell your last name for me.
Raimundi.
All right. He has requested a lawyer, but he does not qualify. You're here on case 2020MM267, battery, domestic violence. I reviewed the file. There is probable cause. Do you have a witness from the state?
No, Your Honor.
You have recommendation?
Yes, Your Honor. No objection to PTR, no contact with the victim, no objection to one-time return with law enforcement, separate residences, no weapons, no firearms, no drugs, no alcohol.
Did you hear where the recommendations were?
Correct. I just got one thing because she hit.
Just a moment. Did you hear the recommendations?
Yes. I
Did
do.
you understand them?
Yes, I do.
Are they acceptable?
Yes, they are.
I always like to emphasize no guns. If you have them, you have to surrender them. If you go to get things, you have to take the police with you or arrange for an appointment to collect your gear. No alcohol, that means beer, wine,
Yes.
whiskey, and no drugs unless prescribed by a doctor. Do you understand that?
Correct. I was gonna say, because the same incident that I got now is the same person I had it with first time.
Nothing, don't say anything, remain silent. All right, he's released to PTR and he's remanded. Thank you. Your name, please?
Rachel Upton,
Ms. Upton, how old are you?
30.
She's requested the office of the public defender be appointed. I will appoint the office. You are charged in case 2021MM247 with domestic violence. I have found probable cause. State, do you have a witness?
Yes, Your Honor. Can I have him sworn in?
Sir, what is your name?
My name's Brian Upton.
Speak up loudly because
My name's Brian Upton, sir.
raise your right hand, face the clerk, she'll swear you in.
Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give should be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
All right, lawyer?
Yes, how do you know Miss Rachel Upton?
She is my wife.
Can you just get a little louder for us?
She is my wife.
Are you afraid of her?
Yes.
No further questions, Your Honor.
The public defender was appointed. What say the defense? Any questions?
No, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. All right, recommendation from the state of Florida?
Statement requests, no objection to PTR, no contact with the victim, no weapons, no firearms, no drugs, no alcohol, maintain separate residences, no objection to a one-time return with law enforcement.
No objection, Your Honor.
All right, ma'am, did you understand the recommended disposition from the state as to release, conditions of release?
Yes, sir.
Did you understand them?
Yes, sir.
You sure?
Yes, most.
I see that you are, or were a grad student?
Research scientist?
All right, and so I just want to make sure you understand the conditions. That you have to find separate living quarters, any weapons you have to surrender to law enforcement. There's a one-time return for you to get your gear with law enforcement, and you cannot use any drugs or alcohol unless prescribed by a doctor. Do you understand those things?
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, will you allow her to return to Montana on pretrial release?
To
Montana?
Boozman, Montana?
She currently lives in Montana.
Yeah, Boozman, Montana?
Yes.
Ma'am, is that where you want to go back home to?
Either there or to Pennsylvania where my mom lives.
All right, but out of the state of Florida?
Yes.
What say the state?
No objection.
No objection, Your Honor.
All right. Yes.
Thank you.
She is remanded until she is screened and released with conditions of PTR. Thank you, ma'am. Your name, sir?
Beau Nikem. Beau Brian Nikem.
Spell your first and last name for me.
It's a B-E-A-U. Last name N-Y-C, like New York City, U-M.
All right, thank you, sir.
The arraignment? The arraignment?
He is here on the charge of driving while license suspended or revoked. Case number 2021 CT62. He does not meet the criteria for the public defender. I've reviewed his driving record. What say the state of Florida?
On Mr. Nikem's case, we have no objection to ROR.
Say again?
No objection to ROR.
All right. RR means you would be released on your own name. The only conditions are that you appear in court when required. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Also, you cannot drive, and you cannot use any alcohol or drugs. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Recommendations accepted. He's remanded.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Your name, please?
Alejandro Luis Marrero Ruiz.
All right. How old are you?
39.
You are here, excuse me, please, on traffic case 2021 CT 308. He has requested a lawyer. He applied to be appointed a lawyer, so I will appoint one. I've reviewed the case 2021 CT 308 and case number 2021-256. In the first case, he's charged with no valid driver's license. In the second, possession of 20 grams or less of marijuana. What say the state?
As to the no valid driver's license, the state has no objection to ROR. As to the 2020 MM 256, the state will file no information.
All right.
And copies will give it to defense.
You will be released on your own name on the first case, no valid driver's license, and the state is dismissing the second case, the drug marijuana case.
All
Do you understand that, sir?
Yes, sir.
The only thing you have to do is return to court when notified. The public defender was appointed. They'll give you a contact sheet. Make sure you keep in touch.
No, I got a lawyer. Sir.
You're going to hire a lawyer?
I got one.
All right. When the lawyer files the notice of appearance, that will make sure the lawyer's in your case.
Okay.
Your Honor, are you going to take any action on his out on bond case?
No, no action on that case at all. Thank you for reminding me. And that is case number 2020 MM9161. He's already bonded on that case. Your name, sir?
My name is Anthony Sims.
Mr. Sims, how old are you?
I'm all right, fam, sir. How old? Oh, 40.
Sir? Thank you. Ma'am?
Yes, Your Honor. In 2004 CT 14406 and then 2004 CT 14408, the state's going to announce a no pros. I've given copies to the defense.
Okay. He has requested a public defender, and I'll appoint one to represent him. Now, I have failure to appear on warrants. Have you reviewed those, lawyer?
Yes, Your Honor. We dismissed both. We closed both the cases.
Now, those are the, let's see. Now, there's an out-of-county warrant. I don't have a case number on that, just the warrant. The court case number is 170-14382 MU10A. He's charged with violation of probation because he was driving under influence. This is out of Broward County.
Yes, Your Honor. That case was RR
By Broward County or by?
by Broward County.
He was RR'd and violated the RR, or he was RR'd on the warrant?
He was ROR'd on the warrant. So he's released on that case.
So did they out of curiosity, did they recall the warrant?
No, Your Honor.
But they RR'd him on the warrant?
Yes, Your Honor.
And then he was brought here on the traffic
No, no.
cases?
Well,
Your Honor,
he
I
was
just
brought
left
here
from-
on the
Wait,
traffic.
wait.
He was brought here on the traffic cases, and the warrant for Broward was added on him.
Right,
Then they ROR'd him.
okay. They didn't recall the warrant, they just RR'd him. All right, then he is released to go back to Broward County. There are no cases in Orange County holding him, so the only thing he has to do is report to Broward County. Anything else?
Sure.
All right, thank you.
He'll report to Sewanee Corrections Facility. He's in DOC.
No, they
Okay, well, wait, help me. Is there, I didn't see a DOC hold. Did I miss it? says DOC current inmate. So is he in on a,
Yeah, he's in DOC.
but not on any of these?
No.
Do they have a hold on him?
Yeah.
Okay. So he can't be released. He's released on the RR from Broward. The case has here been dismissed, but DOC still has a hold on him. All right, thank you. Lawyer, I think he wants to talk to you, or one of you. Thank you. I missed that. He's remanded.
He should be on arraignments now, Your Honor.
Yes, I've got Orlando traffic in jail.
Jason Green is medical.
Medical,
Yes, Your Honor.
reset.
These medical cases are gonna be medical for a few days, Your Honor, so.
All of these are
you might
medical?
wanna set- Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, what about Clifford Jackson? Let's call these cases, that way they'll clear. 2020 CT 8122, Jason Taiwan Green, medical.
Yes, Your Honor.
Case number 2020 CT 8123, Clifford Jackson.
Your Honor, I believe on go back to Mr. Green's case, the public defender's office was previously appointed,
On all of them?
well, at least on that one. I assume that they're going to enter a plea of not guilty.
Yes, enter plea not guilty. It has a related felony.
Okay, which one?
Excuse me?
Which case?
Clifford Jackson, 2020 CT 8123.
Okay.
And Mr. Green is the first one.
Mr.
Green
Green.
is the first one.
And we'll enter a plea on Mr. Green as well, Your Honor.
So both cases?
Yes, Your Honor. Not guilty.
Pre-trial date for Green, Division 80, February 19th at 9 o'clock in courtroom 9C. For Jackson, pre-trial date, Division 83, February 24th at 9 o'clock in courtroom 6C.
Case number 2021 CT 11 or 11, Alejandro Lavar, Leyva. Was the PD appointed on those also? On that case also?
Yes, Your Honor. Defense enter a plea of not guilty.
All right, swear.
It's medical.
He's medical.
Division 84, pre-trial date, February 15th at 10 o'clock in courtroom 4B.
Case 2020 CT 5659, Michael Neal, medical.
Medical.
Defense enter a plea of not guilty.
Pre-trial date, Division 81, February 12th at 9 o'clock in courtroom 4E.
Case number 2020 CT 4343, Abraham Petros, Petros, medical.
Medical, Your Honor.
Mr. Thompson?
Your Honor, he's represented by David Barrett. I believe he's conflict counsel.
By who?
Conflict counsel.
He's RCC, Your Honor.
Yes. Court will enter a plea of not guilty for him.
Pre-trial date would be in Division 83, February 24th at 1 o'clock in courtroom 6C.
Case number 2021 CT 145, Armando Rivera.
He's medical, Your Honor.
Defense enter a plea of not guilty.
Pre-trial date would be in Division 62, February 26th at 9 o'clock in courtroom 9B.
Case number 2020 CT 1057, State versus James Tarpley. And I have a note that he's not in jail on this particular case, and he has no attorney.
And he's gonna be medical also, Your Honor.
May I have a moment to see if he's represented by the PD's office on any other cases, Your Honor?
Yes. I've got two cases. The other is 20201, TR 10006. Unlawful speed on the second case. And the
Your
other
Honor.
is driving while license suspended with a second conviction.
It looks like he is represented in 2020 CT 395 by the Public Defender's Office on that case as well.
All right, what say the defense?
Your Honor, we're appointed, we enter a plea of not guilty.
The pretrial date would be in Division 82, February 1st at 10:30 in courtroom 10B.
Now, he has two cases, is that as to both? All right, yes. Case 2021MM158, Agardo Francois.
He's here, Your Honor.
Okay, have him come in. Your name?
Agardo Francois, you on?
You have to speak up.
Agardo Francois.
How old are you? How old are you?
Oh, I'm 27.
How old?
27, sir.
Your Honor, there's no offer in this case. The defense will enter a plea of not guilty.
Plea of not guilty.
Pretrial would be in Division 61, February 1st at 9:30 in courtroom 6B.
And again, that's case 2021MM158, resisting an officer without violence and criminal mischief. You have any questions?
No,
All
sir.
right, the lawyer has been appointed to represent you. You have the right to remain silent. I suggest you exercise it at all times. And when you talk with your lawyer, make sure it's out of the earshot of other people. Do you have any questions?
No, you on?
All right, thank you. He's remanded. Your name, sir? Your name, please?
Steve Logia.
All right, spell your first and last name.
First name is S-T-E. First name is S-T-E-V-A-L-O-R-G-E-A.
How old are you?
Good, and you? I'm 25 now.
Your Honor, there's no offer in this case. The defense will enter a plea of not guilty.
All right, the case number is 2021MM14, charges resisting an officer without violence and criminal mischief. The public defender has been appointed previously, and
Pretrial date would be in Division 83, February 24th at 1 o'clock in courtroom 6C.
do you have any questions?
Yeah, I'm trying to know. I'm trying to know if they say they will take the I see they reopen my aggravated assault. So I'm trying to know if they can put all of it together and then give me
The
a
lawyer
plea.
will talk with you about that. It appears he wants to combine all of the cases for a global plea.
Your Honor, the attorney assigned to his case will get with them.
The lawyer will talk with you about that outside the presence of us, so that y'all can talk privately.
Okay.
All right, thank you. He's remanded. Your name?
Molly Hunt.
Speak up.
Molly Hunt,
How old are you, Ms. Hunt?
36 years old, sir.
Your Honor, there's no offer in this case. The defense will enter a plea of not guilty.
Pretrial date would be in Division 50, February 8th at 2 p.m. in courtroom 7C.
Just a moment.
If I may.
I suggest you talk to your lawyer before you say anything.
Yes,
So
I wanted to. Thank you.
he'll come to you.
There's no plea? Okay. Okay.
Anything else?
Yes, is there a bond at all?
The bond was previously set, and there's been no recommendation to change it.
Okay, is there any way to change that now,
You
or
have to
should I
talk with
be?
your lawyer.
No, we can't do it. We can't do it today.
Okay, not today, but eventually?
Yeah,
The lawyer will talk with you in private, so thank you, ma'am. That's all of the matters I have pending for the morning.
We have 33-day motions, Your Honor.
I'll print it out for you.
I had two, but I guess there were more. All right.
Yeah, watch out for the names.
And I see now what the list was for. Okay. Let's start case number 2020CF14433, State of Florida versus Jalen, or Jail, Jayln Gregory. It's a motion. I call it a 33-day motion. State has not filed.
May I have the case number again, Your Honor?
Yes, ma'am. 2020CF14433, State of Florida versus Gregory.
This on the animal docket?
The state has filed an information on that case. That should be denied. The state filed an information on today.
Yeah, on the animal docket.
Sir?
Let's see.
I don't have any information about whether he's appointed a lawyer or not, or whether he has a lawyer or not.
May I have
There was a
one?
motion filed, and it was filed by Mark Burnham.
That's a private attorney's case, Your Honor.
All right. And the state represents and information has been filed?
Yes, Your Honor, that was electronically filed today.
Okay. Case number 2, motion denied. Case number 2020CF14572, State of Florida versus Brian O'Neill, same.
On that case, that should be granted. The state filed a notice of non-filing before the 33rd day.
So the case has been now properly dismissed.
No, non-filing. We haven't made a charging decision, Your Honor.
Say again?
A notice of non-filing, meaning we have not made a charging decision on the case before the 33rd day.
As to the motion,
Should be granted.
motion's granted.
It's a private case. I think it was just 2 private cases. Your Honor, I have that we have 18 from the Public Defender's Office.
Okay, let me complete this so we won't forget it. Okay, case number 20CF14560, State of Florida versus Bakari Antoine Ball.
That should be granted. The state has not made a charging decision in that case.
Case number 20MM8575, State of Florida versus Giles, W-I-L-E-S, I'll pronounce it Wiles.
That should be granted. The state has not made a charging decision in that case.
Case number 20CF14275, State of Florida versus Lawrence Raleigh Rucker.
It should be denied. The state filed an information on January the 11th.
And then put IF for the information file.
Case number 2020CF14117, State of Florida versus Michael Frazier. State?
May I have one moment, Your Honor? That wasn't in my order.
Yes.
That should be granted. The state has not made a charging decision.
Case number 2020CF9911, State of Florida versus Tommy McCree.
That should be granted. The state has not made a charging decision.
Case number 2020CF14215, State of Florida versus Edwin Alvarez.
That should be granted. The state has not made a charging decision.
Case number 2020CF1468, State of Florida versus Costello Austin.
I have it at 14684.
14684, yes.
Your Honor, that should be denied. We believe the motion is premature. His 33rd day will not be until tomorrow. So that motion is premature.
I have, let's see. Here's a note that notes that, let's see, 684. Attempted robbery with a firearm and mask, principal in the first degree, etc.
Yes, Your Honor.
There's another case. He has two cases. The other is 2020CF14607.
Yes, and on that case, Your Honor, that should be granted.
All right.
CF.
Do you have another
14607.
sheet on Mr. Austin?
2020 CF 14607.
All right. Case, I'm sorry. Well, there are two cases. This one, the state says it's premature on it, won't be filed until the 13th. But there's another that's on the sheet saying he has another case that is appropriate. No, ma'am. I'll check again to see if they're stuck together. Case number 20MM8666, State versus Frankie Bohorquez, Bohorquez.
That should be granted. The state has not made a charging decision. The last case we just addressed, it got denied on one and granted on the other. I know he wanted because he's going to be released on this case, but he's not going to be released on this case. So. It was granted on that one, but denied on the other one. So. Yeah, just want to let the the PD know.
Case 2020CF14245, State of Florida versus Rayshawn Darian Alston.
That should be denied. The state filed an information on January the 11th.
Case number 2020CF14291, State of Florida versus Charles Chickwood.
That should be granted. The state has not made a charging decision.
Case number 2020CF14387, State of Florida versus Valentino Rudolph.
It should be granted. The state has not made a charging decision.
Case number 2020CF13300, State of Florida versus Valentino Rudolph.
Should be granted. The state has not made a charging decision.
Case number 2020CF14622,
Should be
State of
granted-
Florida versus Anthony Fishburne.
I apologize. That should be granted. The state filed a no information.
What did you say about Chickwood, Charles Chickwood? 2020CF14291?
That should be granted. The state has not made a charging decision.
Case 2020CF12981, State of Florida versus Jonathan Shivers.
That should be granted. The state has not made a charging decision.
Case number 2020MM8644, State v. Jonathan Walters.
That should be granted. The state has not made a charging decision.
Case number 2020CF13899, State of Florida versus Antonio Nicholson, or Nichols Parkinson.
That should be granted. The state has not made a charging decision.
Case number 2020CF14541, State versus Clark Wilsinsko, Wasilenko.
That should be granted. The state has not made a charging decision.
Case number 2020CF14472, State v. Kenneth Dekle, D-E-K-L-E.
One moment, Your Honor. I'm trying to find the case. Can I have the case number again, Your Honor?
Yes, 2020CF14472.
That should be granted. The state has not made a charging decision.
Some of these cases are pretty straightforward. Burglary of a structure, burglary of a dwelling, failure to comply with an officer, petty theft, burglary of a structure. Most of what you need is in the affidavit. What's, because it involved police and a victim, what's the delay, or do you know?
I don't know because I don't have the file just in our system. For example, the last case, Deckel,
Yes.
that one says additional information waiting for FDLE. And then it'll say additional information waiting from officer. So I don't know what the reason is. It just,
Yes, indeed.
yeah.
Now, that's all of the cases I have on this. Is there something else?
Nothing else for first session, Your Honor.
Okay. We done?
Yes, Your Honor.
Till 1 o'clock?
It's up to the court, Your Honor.
I'm sorry?
It's up to the court, Your Honor.
Well, I was told it starts at 1 o'clock, your session. Is that not right?
Yes, Your Honor, it is right.
If it's not, let me know.
It is, yes, it starts at 1. However, sometimes we move the docket up because we've had time to move quickly through the first session.
I think what they're wondering is if you would like to start a little bit earlier as possible.
Today, no, only because I've got to take a conference call.
Okay.
But you should let me know these things. It would help.
We don't know until depending on how we finish the morning.
All right, court come to order. Court's now open. Case number 2020CF1443. State of Florida versus Jalen, Jaylyn Gregory. Time is now 1:03 p.m. and today is the 12th day of January 2021. Attorney for the state.
Kathy Kennedy Swanson.
Jace Thompson for the Office of the Public Defender.
Letitia George from the Office of the Public Defender.
Yes, Your Honor. On this case, the state has filed information. On this case, the motion for release should be denied.
All right. What say the defense?
No argument, Your Honor.
Okay. It's just the error. The script is error.
Yeah, no argument.
these from this morning? Thank you.
Got a Jonas Kira, just the same one. All right.
What type of case? Jonas is the last name? Thank you, Dexter. Contempt of court, Kieran and Jonas.
That's definitely just your second charge.
Contempt of court, violation of a judge's office.
Are we ready?
So it's $500. And then I'll add abide by any conditions of injunction, yeah. We're pulling them out, Dex. We're putting it at the end of the move-ups.
I generally usually finish these early, so if you want them early, I'll just bring them on. Yeah, I go through them and I didn't know you needed them. Now, I'm not talking about 30 minutes early, but I mean like. All right, court come to order. Court's now open. Is he? Oh, okay. Just pass him temporarily.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. All right, ma'am. What is your name?
Michelle Denise Fort.
All right, I've found probable cause in these cases. There's none that needs additional reports. The case number is 202111796. She's here on a warrant for failure to appear. Bond is set at $500. What say the state of Florida?
On the 2020 MM 1447, the offer on the failure to appear is a withhold of adjudication, credit for time served, no return, cost of investigation of $169.47 to the Orlando Police Department if she would like to resolve the case. She also is out on bond or out on conditions of release on 2019 MM 9142. So the offer, if she would like to resolve that case, would be concurrent to the failure to appear and a withhold of adjudication, credit for time served, no return, cost of investigation of $112.50. And then on her other charge, the 2021 MM 257 case, to leave the bond set as is and no contact, no weapons, no firearms.
All right. I don't see that she's requesting an attorney or that an affidavit was completed. How old are you, ma'am?
I am 50 years old.
All right, I do have an affidavit of insolvency. The public defender is appointed to represent her. Did you hear what the lawyer said as far as a method to resolve all of your?
I sure did. I heard the method.
Okay, what do you say?
That sound okay with Miss Ford.
All right.
And Judge, I'm not sure she's gonna be able to do it only because I see she has a private attorney in the out on bond case. He has a Steve Halem on the 2019 case.
Yes. That is 2019MM9142. That charge is pending failing to appear on a trespass of an occupied structure and refusing to leave. There was a cash bond posted. And the attorney on that is Steve Halem, Halim.
Yes, Your Honor. So I don't believe because her attorney is not here on that case.
You can't do anything.
Yep, and then I'm looking at, sorry, I just pulled up the other case as well. And she is the Jill Hampton on that case, on the 2020 MM1447. So I can email her attorneys and ask them to set it, and this is the offer.
That's the only thing you can do, since she can't resolve them all unless the lawyers on those cases are present. And I don't know that you want her to enter a plea without her lawyers knowing that she is represented by counsel. Ma'am, I can't do anything at this point because you have lawyers in the other cases. So what I'm going to do is ask the lawyer to get a date when they can resolve everything at one time.
Yeah, that's what. Sorry, sir. That's what we've been trying to do. I think the reason why I'm charged with a warrant was because I was late to court. I made it there, but I was late.
All right. Well, there's nothing I can do at this time. She's remanded.
So do I have a bond?
The bond on this case is $500. And you've bonded out on the previous case, so in case 20201447, which is a failure to appear, the bond is set at $500. And you bonded on the other case, 2021MM257. I believe that's 7. And that's the only 2 cases I have today.
Thank you.
Yes, the bonds are stayed, no changes.
No action on the auto bond, Your Honor?
No action on the other case. They are stayed, I'm not changing anything. All right, thank you, ma'am. You are remanded.
Mr. Telfair, can we also pass by him?
Sure. Telera? Is that who you're talking about? Tellera? Okay, thank you. All right, sir, your name, please?
Lavar Clark.
All right. How old are you, Mr. Clark?
17, Your Honor.
How old?
17.
All right. Do your parents or guardians know where you are?
Yes, sir.
Are you a resident of Orange County, Florida?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You have a number of cases. In case number 2019CF, burglary of a dwelling, grand theft, criminal mischief, and petty theft. On the first count, your bond is $5,000. On the second case, second count is $250. Third, it's $100. And the fourth, it's $100. On case 2019CF 15741, count 1, burglary of a dwelling, the bond is set at $5,000. Grand theft, the bond is set at $250. Petty theft, the bond is set at $100. Those are the cases that I have. Let's see. And I don't think I omitted any. There is probable cause in the cases. And you're 17 now?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. What say the state?
No objection to be bond stayed as stated. However, we'd ask for no contact with any victims or witnesses and no return to the scene.
All right. Now, he's a juvenile. Was he, and if he's 17 now, the cases occurred in 2019 or were filed in 2019. That means he was approximately 15 years old when this happened?
He may have been direct filed on something else. May I see? Your Honor, I have a moment.
All right. I was just curious.
Usually when that happens, he's Even if he's not direct filed here, he may be direct filed in another county.
All right. At this time, the bond amounts are stayed. If you are released on bond, you have to have no contact with the victims. Do not return to the place where the crimes are alleged to have occurred. Do not make any attempt to return or enter onto the property where the crimes are alleged to have occurred. Do you understand those things?
Yes, Your Honor.
Your Honor, it looks like he may have been in DOC custody already when we filed these.
Yes. I don't see an affidavit. Oh, there it is. Certainly at this point, he is indigent. He's been in the DOC custody, so the Office of the Public Defender is appointed to represent him. The lawyer will talk with you. Make sure you tell them everything they need to know, but make sure you do it in a private place. Don't talk out loud in public about your case. Questions?
No, Your Honor.
All right, he's remanded. Refused?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ma'am, what is your name, please?
My name is Milagros Guadalupe, a.k.a. Mildred Otto, married and divorced.
All right, what is your age?
68 years old, 11/29/52.
I reviewed your case. There is probable cause. The case number I have is case number 2021CF442. You're charged with burglary of a conveyance, attempted burglary of a conveyance, and petty theft. On count 1, your bond is $2,500. Count 2 is $150, and count 3 is $100. She's filed an affidavit of insolvency. She is eligible. And I will appoint the public defender. What say the state of Florida?
I will be my own judge, Your Honor, and...
Wait, please. I'll give you a chance, but let me just do my statement first. What say the state?
Agree to the bond, Your Honor. We just for no contact with the victim, no return to the scene.
All right. What say the defense? You've been appointed to represent her?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right. Ma'am, did you understand what?
Yes, I understood perfectly, but the answer is no, it's wrong. I fell asleep underneath a white car because it was turned on, it was warm.
I would advise you not.
No, I could do it. I could do it. I know how to defend myself. And the other thing, I did not...
You might want to step closer to your client to share with her that it's not good to talk.
I did not steal. I fell asleep in a rich car. That was the whole story. The only thing I took was a bottle of water. Whatever, I'm right. I don't lie, and I don't steal.
Okay, thank you for sharing. Anything else? Bond remains as...
Yes, Your Honor, I'm homeless.
Thank you.
They stole my money. I have no place to live.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Your name, sir?
Christopher Portier.
All right, Mr. Portier, you're here on a violation of probation, case number 2019CF1006. I did find probable cause based on the warrant that was issued. You also have a case 2020MM7886 where you have an open case. All right, what say the state?
To leave the bond set as is, Your Honor.
All right. He has requested the office of the public defender. He qualifies. The office is appointed. Did you hear what your charges are? Actually, you're here on a warrant, and you have an outstanding misdemeanor case.
Yes, the misdemeanor case is supposed to be closed as of yesterday. I was supposed to go and sign. They're doing the adjudication.
I don't know. I don't have that yet. But did you know about, or did you understand me about the warrant case, violation of probation?
No, I don't understand because I
Don't
have.
say anything. Lawyers, y'all might want to help your client, but that's all of the information I have. Is that a judge issued a warrant on your case?
Yes, sir.
And
I have paperwork showing I was going to class, and I have a travel permit.
all right. Your name is Christopher Philip Portier?
Yes.
You were born November 5th, 1983?
Yes.
The warrant is active and valid and was served on you. Lawyer? No. I'll do that last always.
That's crooked as shit.
All right, there's no action on the open case number that I mentioned earlier, 2020MM7886.
Your Honor, can you advise the defendant that he has reporting requirements when he's released?
Sir, you have reporting requirements when you are released. Reporting to where, ma'am?
The sheriff's office.
All right, and that's because of the nature of his charges?
Due to his status as an offender.
The basis is the nature of his charges?
Yes.
Sex offender, correct?
Yes.
All right, thank you. You have to report to the county sheriff. He's remanded. Good afternoon, sir. Your name, please?
Attorney J. Rick, behalf of Carolyn Jonas.
Would you spell your first and last name?
First name J, J-A-Y, last name Ruth, R-O-O-T-H.
All right. Your client is here on contempt of court charges, violation of an injunctions in case number 2021MM258. Did you get a copy of the booking report?
No, I don't have a copy of it, Judge. We're just here to ask for the standard bond, and I spoke to the state. They agreed to a $500 bond and to comply with the conditions of the injunction.
The bond is currently set at $500 that from the documents I have.
Okay.
And, all right, what say the state of Florida?
Stated agreement with the $500 bond. We just asked for also abide by any injunctions.
Those are acceptable. It's almost redundant, but if you have an injunction with conditions and you don't abide by them, you get arrested. So he is charged with contempt of court for violating the injunction. So if he bonds, he's to follow the injunction that was obtained from a judge previously. Have you explained that to your client?
Yes, Judge.
Sir, do you understand those conditions?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, the reason I ask is it appears you didn't follow them the first time, and you're back here the second time. And your lawyer says you understand better now. Did you represent him previously?
No, Judge.
Okay. Well, make sure you counsel with him about the effects of not following court orders.
Sure, Judge. So is that $500 on each case if there's two cases?
Let me see. I
I
have,
only have one case.
I thought you said there was a contempt of court charge.
No, it's
I
contempt
have-
of court dash violation of injunction.
2021 MM258. That's the only one I have.
Excellent. Thank you, Judge.
All right, sir. You are free to leave.
Thank you.
Haley Alger, refused, Your Honor.
Defense away for appearance, Your Honor.
All right. Let's come back to that because I don't have it right at the top. Your name, sir?
Michael Johnson.
All right. Mr. Johnson, you are here on charges of trespass after warning, case number 2021MM261. Bond is set at $500. There is probable cause. What say the state?
Mr. Johnson's case, the offer is adjudication of guilt, credit for time served, no return.
He has requested a lawyer. I'll appoint the public defender. Have you had a chance to review the file, sir, or ma'am?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, have you discussed with the state a disposition and with your client?
Adjudication of guilt.
You want to keep this case out?
This is true.
I should have started the whole man. Have a brief second, Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
Michael Johnson.
Okay, see, this is the only thing that's holding him in. He's acting like he doesn't know what's going on. I'm going to ask the court for an ROR and see if we can get out. We could talk to him downtown, you know what I mean? Your Honor, client is in on a trespass on the property after warning. He's indicated to me he doesn't really know what's going on. I would ask the court to release ROR so we can have opportunity to talk to him at a later time.
The state, I reviewed the facing sheet as well as his prior criminal history summary. What say the state of Florida?
I just asked PTR, when is his, I see the failure to appear, do we know when that was?
I could look it up. It'll take a minute.
If you don't mind, please.
Okay.
I just want to know if it's a recent failure to appear, or is it like a 2000 failure to appear?
It was in April of 2005.
No objection to the ROR, Your Honor.
Well, he is here for violating a trespass order. The notes indicate that he went back to the place he was told not to return to and was standing inside. This is a gas station. And the manager had asked him not to return. And then the police found him inside. And a new trespass warning was issued. Your recommendation is to release him again? Lawyer?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, what does the pretrial department opine? What's your opinion? You represent PTR, what's your opinion?
As into his release, Your Honor?
Yes, ma'am. Well, let me ask it this way. You did the background or you looked at the case. What is your recommendation? Realizing ultimately the decision is mine and not anyone else's.
I feel he should plea.
Well, you know, that was a bad question on my part, and I apologize. It's denied. The motion's denied. He has subsequent issues on the same case, and he's violated at least twice, so no. Thank y'all.
Your Honor, could you repeat what the?
$500. 500.
Yes, sir. All right, thank you. He's remanded.
What's his, I'm gonna email his attorney and tell him that he probably can't make that bond, so.
Okay.
All right, Your Honor, Ms. Alger Haley is a refusal.
Okay. Sir, what is your name?
One moment, Your Honor.
Okay. I'm sorry. Yes, that's the misdemeanor non-plea. You mean as far as what to do with it since he? Okay. It's been brought to my attention in case involving Miss Kaylee Alger to reset the case for her to appear. And that would be in case number 2020MM6269. What's your normal date or time to reset? 6 days, 1 day? 1 day, all right. Thank you. Sir, what is your name? Sir, what is your name?
Robert Eugene Wilson.
All right, Mr. Wilson, you are here on a failure to appear, case number 20204. There is probable cause. There's a warrant issued by a local judge. All right, sir. Bond is set at $2,000.
Your Honor, the state has an offer for Mr. Wilson if he would like to resolve his case. It would be a withhold of adjudication, credit for time served.
Okay.
He has requested a public defender and one will be appointed. He qualifies. Did you hear the officer on behalf of your client?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
Have you thought it over and then want to share it with your client?
Yes, I believe I would.
Okay.
You should offer a withhold, right?
Yeah, it's a withhold of adjudication.
I think that's fine. I think.
Sir, sir, you want to answer the What?
He doesn't have any criminal history.
All right, Your Honor, we'll step the state's offer and enter a plea of no contest.
All right. Raise your right hand, face the court clerk, sir, now that you have your hearing aid on.
Raise your right, just right. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give should be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
All right, sir, give me your name again, please.
Robert Wilson.
How old are you, Mr. Wilson?
I think right at 8.
All right, I have your birth date as 6/19/1949, so that makes you about 71?
Yeah, not 71.
Okay. The state has made an offer to you to enter a plea and time served. Is that acceptable to you? All right. When you enter a plea, you give up the right to a trial by jury and the right to call witnesses and the right to testify. Do you understand those things? And do you understand that this will end the case as far as this case and this case only is concerned?
Yes, sir.
All right. Did you hear the specific terms of the plea?
Yes, sir, but I'm very hard of hearing in both ears. I'd like to
Okay.
hear them again if I
Okay,
can.
lawyer for the state, repeat them. Plea of no contest.
Yes, a withhold of adjudication, credit for time served, and court cost.
Credit for time served is how many days?
He has 2 days, Your Honor.
And the total cost would be, Deputy Clerk? Total cost would be $273. What say the defense about the disposition and the conditions for disposition?
No objection, Your Honor. But I would like to make a request. The fact that he's 71 years old and has no criminal history, would the court have any objections to reducing the fines to a civil judgment?
State.
We'll leave that in the court's discretion.
So you have no opinion?
Correct, Your Honor.
All right. Motion's granted. Sir, you've entered a plea. There's been a disposition. You have the right to appeal. An appeal is reviewed by another group of judges to see if I've done my job properly. You cannot afford a lawyer. I would appoint one, but you must appeal within 30 days of today's date, or you waive that as you give up your right to appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you. He's remanded.
Thank you, sir.
Follow the gentleman right there. Follow him out that door. Your name, sir?
Dion Hill.
How old are you, Mr. Hill?
38.
You are here on case number 2021 MO74. Alcoholic beverage or open containers. Bond is set at $250. There is probable cause.
Your Honor, if the defendant would like to resolve the case, the offer from the state is a withhold of adjudication, credit for time served of 2 days.
Yes.
Yes, what, sir?
I'd rather resolve it today.
All right, he has been in jail. He requests the public defender. He is indigent. The public defender is appointed. Would you like to advise him, sir, before he enters his plea?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Thompson.
No, he wants to accept, so we'll accept the state's offer and enter a plea of no contest.
Raise your right hand. Face this young lady to my right. She will swear you in.
Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give should be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Do you wish to enter a plea to the charge? You can put your hand down. Plea to the charges? Open container?
Yes.
You think there are enough facts to support that plea?
Yes.
All right. When you enter a plea, you give up the right to a trial, to call witnesses, and to testify. Do you understand those things?
Yes.
Do you still wish to enter a plea?
Yes.
I think he's alert and clear-headed. I'll accept the plea. Adjudication is withheld. How many days in jail?
2, Your Honor.
2 days with credit for 2. Cost? Cost is $273. What say the state about, the defense about the cost?
No objection, Your Honor.
Sir, can you pay $273 over time?
Yes.
What's a good monthly rate for you?
About $15.
You sure?
Yes.
$15 monthly, beginning 30 days from today's date or from the day he's released from jail. Sir, you have the right to appeal the judgment and sentence of this court by another group of judges. You must appeal within 30 days or you give up your right to appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Any questions?
No, sir.
All right, before you move, he has case 2021-MO74, which is lewd or lascivious exhibition. He did post a bond. He's entering a plea. I take no action on that case. Questions? All right, hearing none, he's remanded. Sir, your name?
Mark Spence,
How old are you, Mr. Spence?
57.
Mr. Spence, you are here on case 2021-MO78. Disorderly conduct, the bond is set at $250. I find there is probable cause. It appears that you were involved in what used to be known as panhandling.
Yes, sir.
All right, what say the state of Florida?
The offer is a withhold of adjudication, credit for time served of 2 days if he would like to resolve his case.
He has requested a lawyer. I'll appoint the public defender. On behalf of the defendant, what say you?
Your Honor, he will accept the state's offer and enter a plea of no contest.
You have any questions of me, Mr. Spence?
No, sir.
Raise your right hand, face this young lady, she'll swear you in.
Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you hear the nature of the charges?
Yes, sir.
Is there enough facts to support the plea of no contest?
Yes, sir.
You have the right to enter a plea, but when you do, you give up the right to a trial, to call witnesses, and to testify yourself. Do you understand those things?
Yes, sir. Yes, I do.
All right. This time I'll accept the plea of no contest. Adjudication is withheld. You'll be sentenced to 2 days with credit for 2 days. Cost by law is set at $273. Are you able to pay that over time?
Yes.
What's a monthly rate that's good for you?
25.
Be honest, please.
Can we go 10? I'm in the street. I'm unemployed in the street.
Just tell me if you can make it. Tell me what number you think is good for you.
$15.
You sure?
Yes.
All right. $15 per month. Starting 30 days from today's date or the day you're released from jail. In
Okay.
case you have any other cases.
Okay.
You have any questions? You need to stay off of I-4.
Yes, sir.
You have the right to appeal. An appeal is a review by another group of judges. You must do it within 30 days or you give up your right to appeal. Do you have any questions about that? All right, thank you. He's remanded.
Thank you.
Sir, your name?
Raymond Examen.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Raymond Examen.
This is one of the ones we passed over, Your Honor.
What's his name?
Eskerman, Raymond.
Sir, what is your name?
Examen Raymond.
All right, spell your first name for me.
Raymond. Raymond.
And your last name?
Escarment.
All right, sir. How old are you, Mr. Essermont?
71.
And do you have any trouble understanding me here today?
No.
All right.
I got problem because I'm in the jail.
I'm sorry?
I'm got problem because I'm in the jail.
All right, sir. Where are you from, Mr. Essermont?
Haiti.
All right.
San Luis du Nord.
How long have you been in the U.S.?
By 1978.
All right.
I'm Jimmy Carter's son. He don't take care of me. I'm getting more money than him.
All right, sir. You are charged with trespassing and failure to leave property With order. Case number 2021,
Yes.
MM 255. He's requested a lawyer. I'm appointing.
There's a discrimination.
Stop. I'm requesting that the office represent him. Did you understand why you're here, the charges?
Yeah, I understand that.
Your Honor, the offer, if he would like to resolve his case, is a withhold of adjudication, credit for time served of 2 days, and no return to the scene.
The scene is the nature life.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, what say the defense?
Excuse me? Do I want to play it out? No, I want to proceed it.
You want to fight downtown? Yeah. All right. Your Honor,
I don't want to go back to prison. I want to go home.
Now you go back. Now you go to prison. Give me a cover.
No, I don't get that. I'm doing my, I'm help myself.
No, do you want to get
Oh, no problem.
You want a cover?
Yeah, no, I'm not finished yet.
Yeah. Your Honor, I think we need an interpreter.
Say again?
I think we need an interpreter, Your Honor.
All right, then he's remanded. We'll reset this until tomorrow, and we'll get a Creole interpreter.
Yeah, excuse me.
Wait a minute, just a moment. Put him at the back of the line. He'll be brought back. We'll get an interpreter on the phone. All right, thank you, sir. All right, thank you.
No, I know. So it's like, I don't think he gets.
Your name, sir? What's your name?
Amos Figueroa.
All right. Spell your first name for me.
Spell name Amos.
And spell your last name for me, please.
Teleera.
And how old are you?
45.
All right. You have case number 8156. You're charged with a warrant for failing to appear. There is probable cause. The bond is, the underlying charge is criminal mischief. The bond amount is $2,000 on the first count, ROR trespass and the conveyance on the second count. Did you understand what I just read? First answer my question, did you understand what I just read?
Yeah, I understand what you read, but I'm trying to figure out, I'm lost. Because I ain't never had no warrant for no criminal mischief. I don't know what the hell going on. That's what I'm trying to get to understand. I don't understand that.
All right, so let me.
Turn that fact to the case and get with you and we'll explain it to you. We're ready, Your Honor.
Lawyer for the defense.
I just want my client that the attorney that's going to be assigned to this case is going to get with him and explain everything to him. So we're ready to proceed.
Mr. Tellera was appointed the Office of the Public Defender. Now, I didn't quite hear you because of your mask. Are you saying there's an attorney who is?
No, I mean, the attorney that's going to be assigned to his case.
Okay.
We'll get with him and explain everything to him.
Well, at this point then, he has been appointed attorney. He does not wish to accept the plea, so he'll be remanded until there's an information file or he's released, and then notice will be given as to where he's to report. Now, this is a warrant case, so I don't have the judge who will be handling the case because of rotation. So he'll be remanded until he's notified of a court date and time.
All right, he's off in other charges too, Your Honor.
Yes, sir. I don't have those. Anything else?
No, Your Honor.
All right, he's remanded. Thank you. Follow that gentleman right there. He'll lead you out. All right, sir, what's your name?
My name is Atiba Daniel, sir. Thank you for...
Spell your first name.
Atiba is spelled A-T-I-B-A. Daniel is spelled D-A-N-I-E-L, sir.
Yes, sir. How old are you?
I'm 27, sir.
All right. You are charged here today with, in case 2021 CF445, with possession of cannabis with intent to sell or deliver. Bond is set at $1,000. There is a case 2021 CF64. You posted a bond in that case. And that case involves possession of cannabis with intent to sell and trespass on property. What say the state as to his pending case today?
Leave the bond set as is and no action on the out on bond, Your Honor.
All right. He has filed an affidavit of insolvency. I will appoint the office of the public defender. All right, sir, would you like a moment to chat with your client? Sorry, it doesn't work, does it?
So there was no action on his out on bond, Your Honor?
Well, first, let me hear from the lawyer. I didn't hear.
Yes, Your Honor. We just take the bond and so.
I'm sorry? Is he gonna enter a plea?
No.
Or not? Okay. Then he's not entering a plea. He'll be, when information is filed, he'll be taken to the proper court. In the case that I mentioned earlier with possession of cannabis with intent to sell, court takes no action. All right, let's bring back Mr. Excremont. Do we have a Creole interpreter? Interpreter, are you on the line?
I am on the line.
All right, just a moment.
I'll handle this one.
Case number 2021MM255, Raymond. I'm going to spell this E-S-C-E-A-R-M, and he said it was E-N-T, but I'm sorry. Is that correct? Yes, no?
Yes.
All right. All right, ma'am.
E-S-C-M-E-N-T.
All right, go ahead, ma'am.
Nous avons un cas entre M. Raymond qui c'est 2022 MM 255 Raymond. C'est non ça, monsieur. Vous corrigez, monsieur. Yes.
Merci.
All right. First off, interpreter, what is your name?
Wolf, R-U-T-H, Wolf.
And your last name?
My number is 260-778.
Okay. Were you sworn earlier?
The lady just did.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
He had, just a moment, he has a case pending. He's asked for a lawyer. I've appointed the office of the public defender to represent him.
Ou gen yon cas qui sous en attendu, ou demandé pour un avocat, juste là-bas ou un avocat qui c'est gratis, qui c'est pour le public là, qui pour représenter ou.
Yes, mais excusez-moi, je vais poser une question.
My owner, can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Moi, j'ai un avocat déjà. Depuis ma blague, il a quand même pas de problème.
I have a attorney already. If they're gonna risk me go home, it's not a problem. I have one already.
All right. First, he's not going home. I've appointed an attorney here in court for him today, and his attorney and this attorney can work together on his behalf. But at this time, I find there is probable cause. The bond is set at $500. Would you repeat that, please?
I am. Ou kon wè la kayo, monsieur, ou kon avocat, m konon kon avocat déjà, ma ba un avocat qui là dans tribunal là pour public, la travaille avec avocat pour là ensemble. Après ça, ou gen yon bon qui pour $500.
Oui. Mais excusez-moi.
Yes.
All right, Mr. Thompson.
Your Honor, would the court have any objection to an ROR My client has 1 felony, 1 misdemeanor, but 0 failures to appear.
Lawyer for the state.
No objection.
RR it is.
You'll get out today.
Thank you very much.
You-
Let's go to Madam.
Thank you so much, my owner. Thank you for your service. Have a wonderful day. Thank you. My owner, is that all for today?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much. You are discharged.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your service. Have a wonderful day. Thank you.
Sir, your name?
Samuel Anthony Diaz.
Say again.
Samuel Anthony Diaz.
Spell your first and last name.
Samueldiaz.
All right. I have found probable cause in Mr. Diaz's case. He is here on case number 2021 CF 387. The case is possession of cocaine. Bond is set at $1,000. He has requested an attorney, and I have and will appoint the public defender to represent him. Would say the state?
We would ask for the bond to remain as is, no contact, I'm sorry, no possession of drugs or alcohol.
All
And then
right.
on the list, leave as is. Driving while
And
license suspended.
I see that it is a traffic case 2021 CT 305. Driving while license suspended or revoked. Bond in that case is set at, I believe, $100. $500, excuse me. What say the state?
I'm sorry, Your Honor, I didn't realize he qualifies for PTR, so no objection to PTR on both. No?
We did an updated copy
Yes.
for him.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't see the updated copy. I apologize, Your Honor.
Updated copy.
So then we would ask for, on the possession of cocaine, remain at $1,000, and then on the driving while license suspended, reduce it to $100.
All right. What say the state? I'm sorry, the defense?
No objection, Your Honor.
Okay. His updated documentation shows he's not eligible for PTR, so I will accept the recommendation. And again, he is appointed the office of the public defender. I'm sorry? Oh. I have Cornelius Kipling. These are older cases. And, nope. What's your name?
Leonti Frazier.
I couldn't hear you.
Wait, say it again?
Yeah, just speak up.
Leonti Frazier.
All right, put your mask back on. Keep your mask on. Just talk up. Spell your first name, Mr. Frazier.
Leonty Frazier. Frazier.
How old are you?
19.
All right. You are here charged in case number 2021 CF 453. You have multiple counts. First count is lewd or lascivious battery. Bond is set at no bond. Attempted lewd or lascivious molestation. Bond is set at no bond. Lewd or lascivious conduct by a person greater than the age of 17, no bond. Lewd lascivious exhibition by a person under 17, I'm sorry. No bond, and contributing to the delinquency of a minor, no bond. He has requested the office of the public defender. He's a student, and I will appoint the office. What say the state of Florida? There's also an arrest warrant.
They request a $15,000 bond as to count 1, counts 2, 3, 4, and 5 to be $150. No contact, as treated as subsidiaries, no contact with the victim or any witnesses, no weapons, no firearms, no drugs, no alcohol, as well as no contact with anyone less than the age of 18.
Non-familial or familial included?
If it's familiar, then we would ask for supervised contact with any familial under the age of 18.
What say the defense?
The defense has no objection, Your Honor.
Motion's granted. count one, the bond is reduced to $15,000. The others are subsidiary. They'll be set at $150 per. No contact with the victim, special condition, either directly or with electronic. I understand y'all met electronically. And no contact with the victim through an intermediary or a third person. No mail or photographs to the victim. And no contact with family members under the age of 17 without supervision. Anything else, lawyer for the state?
I'm sorry, we have no weapons, no firearms, no
The
drugs.
standard conditions, no weapons, no firearms. If you have any, they're to be surrendered to the law enforcement agency. No drugs, alcohol, unless prescribed by a doctor. And no drugs unless prescribed by a doctor, specifically. Any objections or anything else from the defense?
No, Your Honor.
All right,
Have a moment, Your Honor.
yes. Your name, sir?
Alexis Gutierrez?
Mr. Gutierrez, do you have any trouble understanding me today?
No, sir.
All right. Sir, you are here on a failure to appear. The underlying charge is possession of cocaine. The bond is set at $2,000. Case number is 2020CF 14535. I have found probable cause in the case. He requests an attorney. I will appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent him. What say the state of Florida?
No objection to leaving the bond set as is.
Defense?
No objection, Your Honor.
Bond remains. He has a case that's also pending, 2020CT 14535. Carrying a concealed firearm, possession of controlled substance, and possession of drug paraphernalia. Court takes no action on that case. At this time, he is remanded. Your name, sir?
Jerome Hawkins,
How old are you?
57.
Say again?
57.
All right, thank you, sir. I did find probable cause in this case, 2021CT or CF 446. This is a case involving possession of cocaine and possession of drug paraphernalia. Bond on each count is set at $1,000. He requests an attorney. I appoint the public defender to represent him. What say the state?
Bond at 1,000 on count one and 100 on count two.
What say the defense?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right. Changes is granted. Bond remains on count one, reduced in count two to $100. Anything else, lawyer for the state?
No, Your Honor.
I see no other pending charges on my documents. Anything from the defense?
No, Your Honor.
All right, he's remanded. Your name, please?
Delisa Henderson,
How old are you, Ms. Henderson?
24.
All right, Ms. Henderson is here on case 2021CF436, driving while license revoked as an habitual offender. She requests a lawyer. I'll appoint the public defender to represent her. She also has an outstanding case 2021CT436, driving while license revoked, habitual. All right, what say the state of Florida? The bond in this case is driving while license revoked. The bond is set at $2,500.
No objection to leaving the bond as is and no action on the out on bond case.
What say the defense?
No objection, Your Honor.
On the pending charge, the bond is stated at $2,500. And on the pending case, court takes no action. And an attorney has been appointed to represent her. Questions, ma'am? Do you have any?
No.
All right, she's remanded. Your name, sir?
Reginald Montree Jackson, sir.
How old are you, Mr. Jackson?
49, sir.
Mr. Jackson, you are here charged in case 2021CF447 with possession of cocaine and possession of cannabis. I'm sorry.
You sure that's me, sir?
Reginald Montree Jackson?
Yes, sir.
Hold on a second.
That's the right sheet. I think it's the wrong page. This is it right here.
Okay, well, this was Here's Reginald Jackson. Hold on. I apologize.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. Let's start over.
Yes, sir.
You are here on case 2021CF447. You're charged with petty theft with 2 prior convictions. I find that there is probable cause. He has requested a lawyer, and I have appointed the office of the public defender to represent him. I have a cover sheet. What say the state of Florida?
Leave the bond is and no return to the scene.
Okay, this is Ronald Jackson. And this is Reginald Jackson. All right, what say the defense? You've been appointed to represent him?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right. Did you hear the special condition and the bond, sir?
No, I didn't, sir. I didn't.
Repeat what you said, ma'am. Lawyer? Repeat what you said. He didn't hear you.
I said to stay the bond as is and no return to the scene.
Oh, okay.
The bond remains, and if you bond out, you cannot return.
Yes, sir. Is it in the kettle I could get the bond to $1,000, sir?
Well, the bond right now is set at $2,500.
Right.
What say the defense?
He has no failure to appeals.
Yeah, Your Honor,
Doesn't have
he has an extensive history, but he has no failure to appear for acts the court to consider $1,000 bond.
All right.
No objection.
Bond is set at $1,000.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Anything else? All right. He's remanded.
That's my client downtown.
Oh, it is.
All right, sir, what's your name, please?
Ronald James.
Let me check first. The note here says Mr. James filled out an application, but he does not qualify. Let me make sure I've got the right name this time. Yes. He is charged in case 2021 CF 403 with battery on a law enforcement officer. Bond is set at $2,500. Threatening a public servant, bond is $150. Resisting without violence, bond is $100. And we'll take the others in order. Case 2021 CT 309 and case 2021 CT 310. He's charged with traffic violations, DUI, and leaving the scene of a crash with property damage. Again, I found probable cause in these cases. What say the state?
Your Honor, I believe to leave the bond set as is on the 2021 CF 403 case, and then on the traffic case to reduce the bond to 100 on the DUI and 100 on the, or leave as is on the leaving the scene of a crash.
All right.
No alcohol or drugs.
The state recommends reducing the bond in those cases. Did you hear her?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. He also has an open case 2021 CF 403, felony battery with great bodily harm, permanent disability, or permanent disfigurement. He's represented by Leah, L.I.A. Hartwell, and he has bonded out and is a surety bond of $2,500. I take no action on that case. All right. I'll accept the recommendation of the state, reduce the bonds accordingly. Any questions you have, sir?
How much is all of this in total? Okay, I'm sorry.
That's all right. I didn't do the math on them because I just heard the numbers.
Okay.
And let's see if she can remember what she said.
It's $29.50.
$29.50. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Good morning.
Good afternoon, sir. Your name, please?
Roger Loman.
How old are you, Mr. Loman?
40.
Mr. Loman has requested the public defender. They are appointed. He qualifies. Mr. Loman, you are here on case number 2021 CF 438. The charge is grand theft, second degree. The bond is $500. He also has a pending case. Let's see. Well, actually, that's not before us. Pending case is case 2020 CF 1347, grand theft, third degree of a motor vehicle. All right, what say the state of Florida?
Your Honor, on the, may I have 1 second, Your Honor?
Yes, ma'am. Do the 2021 case first, please.
Yes, Your Honor. On the 2021 CF 438, state has no objection to leaving the bond as is and no return to the scene. On the 2020 CF 13474, state would request that the bond be revoked and that the bond be increased to a $2,500 bond. All other conditions to remain as set.
All
So I
right.
doubled, it was the double of the out-on bond case.
All right. What say the defense?
Your Honor, we'll leave it to the discretion of the court.
So you have no opinion?
We would ask for no action on the out-on-bond charge, Your Honor.
Rebuttal from the state, if any?
State's concern was that the out-on-bond case happened in November, and here we are, where he's allegedly stealing, and then January, a couple months later, he's doing the same crime at a different location.
All right.
The first,
Don't talk. We record everything you say here, so anything you say can and will be used against you. I'll deny your request as to the pending case. I'll take no action. That's the one where an information has been filed, or at least it's occurred in 2020, filed in 2020. And you want the bond to remain as is in the pending case?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, then.
With a
Bond
no
rema-
return.
Bond remains the same. If you're released on bond, you cannot return to that property.
Yes,
You
sir.
cannot be within 500 feet of the building on that property.
Yes,
You
sir.
understand that? All right, so thank you. Sir, what is your name?
Daniel Ray Rake, sir.
Okay. What happened to Mr. McIntosh?
Bond, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. What is your age, Mr. Daniel Ray Rakes?
Yes, sir.
What is your age?
Oh, 51.
All right. You have requested a lawyer. I'll appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you. You qualify. You have case 2021 CF 419, larceny, petty theft, second degree, your third subsequent offense. You have case 2021 420, larceny, grand theft, 750, less than 5,000. And those are the two cases you have pending. What say the state?
We'll request the bond be left as is and no return and no contact with any victims or witnesses.
The bond in each case is $1,000. I'm sorry, the first case is 1,000, the second is 2,500. What say the defense?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right, the bonds are stayed. An attorney has been appointed. You have the right to remain silent. I suggest you exercise that right, sir. Anything else?
What happens?
No, Your Honor.
Well, you were arrested, two separate crimes. You have two separate bonds. This is an appearance. You were advised of your rights previously. The attorney has been appointed to represent you. You'll wait for the state to file an information. And if you bond out, the recommendation is you not return to the property where the crimes are alleged to have occurred. So that means you cannot go back to the site where they say you stole something.
So we're not disposing of the case today?
No, sir, there was no offer made and none is expected. All right, thank you, sir. Your name, sir?
James Scott.
Say again?
James, first name James, last name Scott.
All right. What happened to Mercado? Milagros? Never mind.
We did it earlier, Your Honor.
All right.
He was a move up.
Yes, it was moved up, Your Honor.
How old are you, Mr. Scott?
24.
Mr. Scott, you are here on case 2021 CF 437, use of an anti-shoplifting device, petty theft, retail, resisting an officer without violence, and resisting a merchant. In count one, the bond is 1,000, and in the other counts, the bonds are 100. You also have a warrant from Hillsborough County
Yes, sir.
on the underlying charge of petty theft, first degree. You have requested an attorney, and I will appoint one to represent you. You have case number 2020 CF. Wait a minute. files have been combined. All right, so what say the state of Florida?
As, leave the bond set as is, 1,000 on the 2021 CF 437, 1,000 on the first one, subsidiaries of 100 on the counts 2 through 4. We'd ask for no contact and no return, and then to leave the out-of-county warrant as is.
All right, the out-of-county warrant, the bond is set at $500.
I can bond up.
Yes, so the bond from Hillsborough County is stayed at $500, and the other bonds are set at per the direction of a recommendation per the state. What say the defense?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right. And an attorney has been appointed to represent him because he says he's indigent. Any questions you have of me, sir?
So I can bond out, I don't have a hold or nothing?
What now?
I say, so I can bond out, I don't have a hold?
As far as I know, you can bond out on the cases I mentioned. One from Hillsborough, the bond is $500. One from Orange County, the bond is $1,000 plus $100 plus $100 plus $100.
All right.
Any questions?
That's it.
All right, he's remanded. Your name, please?
Algernon Sinclair.
All right, Mr. Sinclair. Mr. Sinclair, you are charged here today on case 2020 CF 15242. Excuse me. Aggravated assault with a deadly weapon without intent to kill. Your bond is set at no bond. Aggravated battery, person using a deadly weapon. Your bond is set at no bond. And that's a warrant. And then your original offense is aggravated assault with a deadly weapon and aggravated battery with a deadly weapon.
Excuse me, sir. I was so confused and oblivious to these charges.
Okay, well.
I would like to know if it's a.
Wait. He's requested a lawyer, so I've appointed the public defender to represent him.
Your Honor, me and the state have stipulated, the defense and the state has stipulated to a $5,000 bond on count 1 and count 2 listed as a subsidiary at $150.
All right, now, hold on. Okay. State of Florida?
The allegations are this is an occurrence on December the 23rd of 2020. So that is agreed with the state, what the defense stated. We would just ask for no contact with the victim, no weapons, no firearms, no drugs, no alcohol, and no return to the scene.
So, in essence, the maximum bond you're asking for is what?
I'm sorry, it's 5,150, it's 150 on count 2.
So 5,000 is the maximum bond for count 1?
Yes, Your Honor.
And 150 for count 2?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. And there's no objection from the state, it's negotiated, so I will accept it. If you are bonded out, if you make bond, you cannot reach out to the victim either directly or indirectly. That means no contact personally, no contact through electronic media such as cell phone or computer or a third person. You cannot mail the alleged victim in this case. And if you bond out, you cannot consume alcohol, including beer, wine, or whiskey. You cannot consume drugs except those provided by a doctor or healthcare provider.
And Your
All
Honor,
right. Now, in this case, if you look at the warrant, it appears that, well, where were you, do you and the victim share the same space, live in the same place?
Your Honor, I'm so oblivious I don't even know.
All right, that's fine. Then, so you have no concern about contact lawyer? I didn't hear you mention it, or did I not hear it?
My husband or maybe.
He may need, I don't know if he needs a one-time return to the residence to collect. I don't know.
Is there any way we can,
Well, this occurred in the street. I was looking at the type of guns used and the family members involved, et cetera.
I understand, Your Honor, but if it's a no contact with the victim, then I don't know if they have any.
I didn't see and I don't know. That's why I'm asking you. All right, no contact with the victim. The only reason I ask if they live together.
I don't know. I was
then
supposed to asking defense, Your Honor.
Sir? Do they share the same space? This looks like a, go ahead. That would be Stewart.
I go to my mama's house now, but she's not. Okay.
All right, Your Honor, he will need a one-time access to his mother's residence to retrieve any belongings that he may have.
All right. If you make bond, special conditions are no alcohol or, and that means you cannot consume beer, wine, or whiskey, no drugs unless prescribed by a doctor. One-time visit to pick up your personal belongings along with the police, so you have to arrange a schedule to pick them up. And no violations of any state, municipal, or federal laws. And no contact with the victim at all. And I'll reiterate that based on the nature of these charges. Anything else, lawyer, for the defense? All right. Thank you.
Have a moment, Your Honor.
Yes, sir. I'm sorry. Did I work Sir, what is your name?
Justice Wiggins.
Can I have one quick moment, Your Honor? I'm sorry.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Wiggins, you are here. How old are you?
18.
You are here on case number 2021, I'm sorry, 2021 CF1. One, 116. Multiple counts. Count 1, robbery with a firearm, bond is $15,000. Aggravated battery with great bodily harm, bond is $15,000. Discharging a firearm in public, bond is $1,000. Tampering with a witness, hindering communication to police, bond is $1,000. Carrying a concealed weapon, bond is $1,000. There is probable cause. This is based on a warrant.
Your Honor.
He has requested the public defender. I will appoint the officer of the public defender to represent him. What say the state?
I believe on count 1, robbery with a firearm is a PBL, that the defendant should be held at no bond and not a $15,000 bond, Your Honor.
Okay.
As far as the other charges, other counts remain as is. No contact with the victim or witnesses. Even if he still is in custody, it means no contact even through the jail or through a third party. On the out on bond 2020 CF 14954, we'd ask that bond be revoked. Again, that charge involved a firearm. We'd ask for him to continue to be held at no bond on that case as well.
Okay, now, I'm looking through my file. I was going to mention, he was bonded out initially in the 21 CF 116 case.
I don't believe so, Your Honor. That's a new charge. She's at first IA today.
Okay. Well, this one says he was bonded out and the bond was $2,500. quick release bail bonds?
That may be on the 2020 CF 14954 case, the Allen bond case.
Okay. I see. All right. So the recommendation is no bond.
Yes, Your Honor, on count one of the new law and the
Yep.
revoke of the Allen bond.
Yep, what say the defense?
No objection, Your Honor. We want to state for the record that we're not holding the state to their...
I can't hear you, ma'am. Speak up.
Sorry, we want to state for the record that we're not holding the state to their proof evident presumption great, and that we reserve the right to have an Arthur hearing downtown.
Yes. As to the bond being revoked on this old case?
Oh, we asked for no action, Your Honor.
Rebuttal?
Your Honor, we believe that the allegations are that the defendant was using a gun in the last case, the Allen bond case, and then this case now, allegation are that he shot at someone with a firearm.
If you look at the arrest report, the locations of the offenses and the violation, bond is revoked in case number 2020 CF 14954, and bond in the case pending today, case number 2021116, bond is set at no bond. All right, thank you. He's remanded.
So you still on bonds?
I'm sorry? All right, on the first case, the case that's today, the bond is reset at no bond. In the former case from 2020, the bond is revoked and the new bond is no bond.
What about counts 2 through 6?
What was the number on the 100, 150 or something? I did write it down.
On the subsidiary counts?
On the cases, yes, ma'am.
No, to leave as is. So count 2 is set at 15,000, count 3 is set at 15,000, count 4 is set at 1,000, count 5 is set at 1,000, count 6 is set at 1,000.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
All right. He's remanded.
Now,
Sir, your name?
Earl Maurice Denmark.
Mr. Denmark, how old are you?
I'm 31 today, sir.
Mr. Denmark, you are here on case number 2. Actually, you're here on a warrant, violation of probation, grand theft of a motor vehicle. You requested a lawyer. I will appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you.
Yes, sir.
The bond in that case is set at no bond. There is probable cause based on the warrant and failure to appear, signed by Judge LeBlanc. All right, what say the state?
Leave the bond set as no bond, Your Honor. At no bond, excuse me.
What say the lawyer for the defense?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right, bond is set at no bond, or the bond remains set at no bond. Any questions, Mr. Denmark?
Not as of now.
All right, so thank you. He's remanded.
Thank you, sir.
Your Honor, quickly, on the last case, the Allen bond charge, the 2020 CF 14954 AO, he has no attorney, and we just want to be appointed.
Say again?
Client has no attorney on this Allen bond charge that was revoked, and we would like to be appointed.
It's Mr. Wiggins' case.
Mr. Wiggins.
Yeah, I've got it. So you're asking to be appointed on the case that I revoked the bond on?
Yes.
All right, appointed.
He has no attorney.
All right, thank you. Sir, your name?
Robert Edward Dre Etheridge.
Mr. Etheridge, how old are you?
27 years old.
You are here on case number 2019 CF 454. There's a warrant. The underlying charges are aggravated child assault. He's requested a lawyer. I'll appoint the public defender to represent him. In that case, bond is set at no bond. What say the state?
Believe the bond set as is, Your Honor.
What say the defense?
Your Honor, as this is the warrant arrest, I believe the defense is unable to challenge. So we have no opinion in the situation.
Bond remains the same. You'll be remanded to see the judge who issued the warrant for your arrest. Thank you, sir. Your name, sir?
Sylvester Kendrick.
What happened to Eugene Harris? It doesn't matter, hold on. If he's there, that's fine. We'll skip, come back.
He's on the bench.
All right, no, that's fine. We got him. We got Mr. Sylvester Kendrick.
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Kendrick, you are here on case 2018 CF 15598. There's a warrant for your arrest. The bond is set at no bond. What say the state?
To leave as is, Your Honor.
This is from Putnam County. I find that there is probable cause. What say the defense? By the way, I apologize. He requests a public defender. I did appoint the public defender to represent him.
No argument, Your Honor.
All right. He is remanded. Bond remains the same. He'll be transferred back to,
Your Honor, that's the
Putnam
Orange County case.
is it?
Yes.
I see Putnam County here. Am I not?
For Sylvester Kendrick.
Yeah, Sylvester Kendrick. Hold on. I know he's from Palatka.
Yes, sir.
I'm looking at the warrant. Violation of conditions, Putnam County. All right. Let's see. All right. Judge Gail Adams issued this in Orange County. Thank you very much. Bond remains at no bond. It is an Orange County case with underlying Putnam County charges. Thank you, sir. Your name, sir?
Eugene Harris, sir.
How old are you, Mr. Harris?
47.
Ms. Harris, you are here on a violation of probation. Case number 2016CF1644. Probation violation, I read the warrant. There is probable cause. Your bond in this case is set at no bond. What say the state?
Leave set as is, Your Honor.
He requests a public defender. They are appointed. What say the defense?
No argument, Your Honor.
All right. The bond is stayed at no bond, and he'll be remanded to the judge who requested his presence. Any questions?
No, sir.
All right. Thank you, sir.
You just call it.
The violation of probation is a warrant to come down from a judge. Another judge violated probation. So we don't have a good faith argument for like that.
Right.
Because he has to go
Didn't we do
back to
48
court.
earlier?
Okay.
So,
Sir, your name, please?
James Reisland.
All right. How old are you, Mr. Reisman?
Excuse me.
How old are you?
24.
You are here on case number, excuse me, 2015CF9553. There's a warrant for probation violation. Your bond is set at no bond. I've reviewed the warrant. There is probable cause. He requests a public defender. The public defender is appointed to represent him. What say the state?
To leave the bond set as is, Your Honor.
I saw one. Okay, I didn't look. 2015 CF 951, a warrant violation of probation. Bond is set at no bond. What say the state?
To leave set as is, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. What say the defense?
No argument, Your Honor.
All right, the bond is stayed at no bond as to each. He's remanded. Your name?
Danny Garcia.
Spell your first name
Danny.
and your last name.
Garcia.
Your age?
56.
How old are you?
56.
You are here on case number 2021 CF 57. That's an out-of-county warrant.
Oh.
I reviewed it. It is valid. The bond is set at no bond. He requests, well, I don't see a request for an attorney.
They give me a bond. They give
Okay,
me
the bond is $2,500.
$2,500?
$2,500.
Thank you.
On the county, there's another out-of-county warrant for $1,000. Underlying charge is burglary of a curtilage or structure.
What?
Yes, sir.
So I have two charges?
Yes, hold on.
Oh.
Case number 202157. 2 counts, out-of-county warrants. Yes, sir.
For what?
1 warrant, 2 charges.
What's the charges?
Burglary of a structure and petty theft.
Huh.
What say the state? Bond is $2,500.
I wasn't there.
To
I didn't do
leave
that.
set as
so.
is, Your Honor.
All right. Would say, I don't see an appointment request, so I will not appoint a lawyer. Any questions you have?
What's the warrant for?
Burglary of a structure and petty theft.
What?
He's remanded. Thank you. Your name, sir?
Dennis Hamlet.
How old are you, Mr. Hamlet? How old are you?
51.
All right, Mr. Hamlet. You have charges in case 20CF 2495. Out-of-county warrant. Underlying charges of petty theft with 2 priors and resisting a merchant recovery. In count 1, the bond is $4,999, and in count 2, the bond is $1,999. He has requested a lawyer. I'll appoint the public defender to represent him. I only see 1 case. What say the state?
Leave the bond set as is, Your Honor.
Defense?
Your Honor, I believe he has bonds on both charges. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Typically, our office is not appointed because they have bonds. We're only appointed to outer counties where they have 0 bonds.
Okay. I think it says Osceola County.
All right. Well, we have no argument
All right,
as
then.
relates to bonds.
Thank you.
'Cause like I said, it's a warrant.
He's
so
remanded.
We have no.
Good thing.
Whenever,
Yeah.
you have no good thing. So.
Hold up 1 second. I said he's too old.
Oh,
Your name, young man?
Noah Jones,
How old are you?
25.
All right. You are here on an out-of-county warrant. The bond is set at $3,000. $20,000. The underlying charge is grand theft, $1,000 or $10,000 or more, but less than $20,000. You've requested a lawyer. I'll appoint one. The case appears to originate from Seminole County. The case number is 201721. And I'll appoint the public defender to represent him. And that appears to be a Seminole County case. All right. What say the state?
To leave the bond set as is.
What say the defense?
No argument, Your Honor.
All right. He also has a case 2019 CF 16910. He posted a surety bond in that case. If this is right, I don't know if it is. It says the bond was set at $20,300. What say the state?
No action, Your Honor.
All right. No action taken on that case. You have any questions, sir?
You said I had another case?
An old case.
Oh, okay.
You bonded out?
Yes, sir.
And that was brought to my attention, but I'm taking no action on that case.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Your name?
Taylor Majid,
How old are you?
21.
She's requested a lawyer. I'm appointing the public defender to represent her. You are here on a out-of-county warrant. The original or underlying charge is cheating and petty theft, and the bond is set at no bond. The lawyer has been appointed. What say the state? This is from Taylor County, Florida.
Leave the bond set as is, Your Honor.
Defense?
No argument, Your Honor.
Bond remains the same. Trying to check. I guess this is a duplicate. All right. Bond remains the same. So the bond is stayed. She's remanded. I guess I should read. Your name, ma'am?
Stephanie Rodriguez,
How old are you?
44.
You are here on an out-of-county warrant. The warrant is from Volusia County. You've requested a public defender. I'll appoint one to represent you. You qualify.
Excuse me?
The warrant is set at $500. The bond on that warrant is set at $500. The original charge or underlying charge is failure to appear on a petty theft and fraudulent use of a credit card. What say the state?
Leave the bond set as is.
Defense?
No argument, Your Honor.
The bond is stayed. No changes, and she is remanded, awaiting custody or transportation to Volusia County. Questions? Thank you. I can hear you. All right. Case 2021-447, Natasha Raquel Jackson. Status?
She bonded, Your Honor.
Case number 2021 CF 441, State versus Mikenson, Mikenson, Eliantus, Eliantus.
He bonded.
Okay. Status of Mr. Kip Young, case number 2021 CF 443.
He refused to attend.
Roll him over, please.
Your Honor, the defense will waive his appearance.
And enter plea of not guilty.
Well, it's just a regular initial appearance, so we'll just stay bonds as is, Your Honor.
All right. I think that goes here. Says Cornelius Kip Young. Cornelius Kip Young. All right. Case 2021 CF 443 Cornelius Kip Young.
That's the refusal, Your Honor. You refuse?
And the defense waives his appearance, and we have no objection to the bonds as is.
All right. Now, I don't have any other case files. Are there any others? All right, case number 2021 CF 443. Ezeka Blackman.
Bonded, Your Honor.
All right. Any others?
Oh.